Cheryl, are you still out doing the shopping right now? I just wanted to let you know that I would really love it if we could have some fish for dinner. Would you be a dear and make sure to buy some fresh swordfish for dinner while you're out? Hey Melissa, I'm really sorry to say, but I'm actually not feeling so good. I haven't even left to do the shopping. I've just been resting in bed all day. Oh, I see. Did you catch a cold or something like that? I'm not quite sure what it is actually, but my head just feels so heavy and I'm having a really hard time concentrating on things. But I don't have a fever, so I don't think that it's a cold. I see. Well, it sounds to me like it could be menopause. Do you really think that that's what it could be? I do actually. I'm sure of it now. I remember that I was around your age when I was going through it. Well, I guess it could be possible. Either way, I just think that I need to lie down for the day. I really hope you don't mind, but could I ask you to cook dinner tonight? I just don't think I'll be able to any use to anyone like this. Ah, darn, I really did want swordfish for dinner. Well, how about we just ask Sally to pick some up for us on her way home for school? I really wonder if it would be worth asking her. I feel like she's been getting home from school later and later, not to mention the fact that she hates helping out around the house and never offers a hand. I'm not sure if that's totally fair. I think she does help out every now and then. Are we talking about the same girl, as in your daughter, my granddaughter? I don't think I've ever seen her do any kind of work around the house. And ever since she started high school, she's gotten into dyeing her hair and listening to the rock music. I just don't know what is happening to the kids to the world these days. It's sad the direction our society is headed. I really don't think those are necessarily bad things in themselves. I mean, it's not like she has a uniform or any rules against dyeing her hair. And besides, the kinds of music people listen to are always changing. I think she's just finding herself. But she's only in high school. You can't really trust someone that age to know what's best for them, right? And don't you worry about what the neighbors think seeing her like that? Well, that's what I meant by finding herself. But anyways, when kids graduate high school, they're usually 18, so we're not always going to be able to control them, you know? And you're okay with that? Just how long are you going to let your daughter get away with doing whatever she wants? All you're doing to her by treating her this way is turning her into a selfish little girl. You really think that Sally is a selfish person? Of course I do. Whenever I talk to her, she always sounds like she's trying to start a fight. Not only that, but she called me an old hag the other day. Oh my, I see. Well, if that's the case, then I'll make sure to have a long talk with her about using that kind of language. You need to do more than that. You really ought to be disciplining her more strictly. At this rate, you're just going to be raising a future criminal. I really don't think that things are that bad yet, Melissa. Sally is still a teenager and is in a rebellious phase right now. But I think it's great that she's becoming such a strong-willed girl at the same time. Not only that, but she works really hard in her studies and always gets good grades. You really think that Sally has ever studied a day in her life? I've never seen her look in a textbook while she's at home. I think that she studies a lot in her room by herself. And other days, I know that she goes to the library to study after school as well. Maybe that's why she's been coming home late. I'm not sure if it's right to judge someone based on what they're not doing just because you don't see it. So you're telling me you really think she's coming home late after studying? Cheryl, do you really think that's true? Then I have some beachfront property to sell you in Kansas. That girl is out there causing havoc and raising hell. I'm sure of it. How can you be so sure though? You said yourself you haven't actually seen her do any of these things. Open your eyes. You know what girls her age can be like? What if some boy knocks her up or something? You really need to be more worried about these kinds of things. I understand that, I really do. But I also know my daughter and trust her to make the right decisions. It really is sad that you can't see the way she's lying to you. Anyways, I know you said you're not feeling good, but the least you can do is toss the laundry in the washing machine. I won't be getting home until quite late tonight. Right, of course. I'll try and get that done. I just need to lie down for a little bit longer first, I think. Cheryl, just when are you finally going to get back there? Sorry, I was just finishing up the doctor's right now. And before I go home, I'm going to shop at the store and do some shopping. You need to get home right now and deal with Sally. Deal with Sally? What happened? Did she do something? She was calling me an old hag again. She was? But we just talked the other day about not using that kind of language with people. Well, apparently you didn't do good enough job since she's still misbehaving. Hold on a second, I'm just getting a message from Sally right now. She's texting you right now? Well then good, you better take this chance to really lay into her. I just read her message and she wrote that you tossed out the food that I had prepared for dinner last night. She said what? That is just ridiculous. Why would I even do something like that? She's obviously just lying to you. But ever since you came to live with us, you've done that plenty of times. Well, all of those other times were just mistakes or accidents. I mean, does she even have any proof that I did what she's accusing me of? Well, no, it's not like she has any pictures or anything, just the text, I guess. Well, there you go again. That means that it's highly likely that your daughter is just lying to you. But I don't really think that Sally is that kind of girl at all. You really need to start listening to me more often. I know what I'm talking about and you don't. I know how you feel about Sally, Melissa, but I really think that you're misjudging her. She's never anything but sweet around me, and I would really like if you stopped talking so negatively about her. You a dumb woman and an even dumber mother. You really need to take a step back and look at this objectively. Your daughter is nothing but a little liar. Melissa, please, there's no need for that kind of language at all. Even if Sally did do something that upset you, I'm sure she must have had some sort of reason for doing it. She's not the type of person who would go out her way to hurt someone. When are you going to wake up and face the truth? Honestly, how does my son let you two get away with acting like that all the time? Melissa, I really appreciate your concerns, but I really don't think that it's your place to tell me how to raise my daughter. Are you really going to try and pick a fight with me over this? Maybe you're where Sally gets her nasty attitude from. You're both so full of yourself, it all makes sense now. I really don't think that Sally is full of herself at all. Well, that's because you don't know the person that your daughter truly is. Anyways, you went to the doctor today, right? Did they say that you were going through a menopause like I thought? No, actually, they said it didn't appear to be that. The doctor just thought that it might have been some combination of a cold with some other symptoms just from everyday stresses. Well, good for you, I guess. I really was worried that something was wrong since I had been feeling like this for a while. Anyways, I'm going to the store to pick up some things for dinner. Well, you better get back home as fast as you can. You've been slacking off way too much when it comes to keeping the house clean. Not to mention the fact that you still need to punish your daughter. Right, I'll try to get home quickly then. Hi, honey. Where are you right now? I just got home, but I don't see you anywhere. You just got home? Oh shoot, I just left to go to the store. I guess we must have passed each other or something. But what in the world happened here? I got home and your grandmother was lying on the floor covered in bruises. She said that you jumped on her back and were hitting her. Oh yeah, that's right, I did that. She kept screaming for help. It was pretty funny, to be honest. Sally, why would you do something like that? What did your grandmother do that could have possibly provoked that? I really don't think that it's something to joke about. I only gave that old hag what she had coming. So don't expect me to apologize because I won't do it. Sally, you can't talk about your grandmother that way and you certainly can't hit her. I'm very disappointed in you. For sure. Anyways, how are you feeling today? Any better? Are you asking about my condition? Well, I guess I'm feeling fine, thanks. I take that you still haven't had your afternoon tea then. I know you use that little tea infuser thing to have that special tea you like. Well, no, I haven't drunk it yet. It's sitting on the counter steeping, in fact. Well, I just thought you should have known that the reason you've been feeling so bad lately is all because of Grandma. What's that supposed to mean? I mean that I came home early from school today and I saw Grandma putting something in your tea while you were out of the room. Wait, what? You're joking, right? It's no joke. I really saw her stir some kind of powder in the leaves. I was going to dump everything out, but then Grandma tried to stop me, and that's when we started fighting. Obviously, I won the fight, but I think she might have been putting in some kind of sleeping medicine. Sleeping medicine? Well, it would explain why I'm always feeling so lethargic. Not to mention the fact that that's a crime. I mean, what would happen if you got in a car and didn't know you had the medicine in your system? You could get really hurt or even really hurt someone else. Oh, Sally, I see now that you were just trying to protect me from something your grandma was doing. Thank you so much for catching that, and I'm sorry for being so upset with you earlier. But you shouldn't have to apologize for anything. If anyone should be sorry, it's Grandma. Oh, I'll take care of Grandma, don't worry. But I really am grateful to you for looking out for me. Well, okay, as long as you think you can handle her by yourself. I do, but obviously I'm going to have a talk about all of this with your dad. We'll make sure that your grandma answers for what she's been doing. Cheryl, you have got some nerve. Do you know that? Do you really think that this is any way to treat your own mother-in-law? You being my mother-in-law doesn't change the fact about what you were doing. Did you really think I would just let you get away with this? If anything, you should be grateful that we stopped at kicking you out of the house. You mean that you really don't see a problem with kicking a poor old woman out of her house? How can you just throw me out on the streets like that? It isn't just me. Even your own son agreed that it was for the best. You were literally drugging my tea and you expect me to do nothing about it? There's no way that I can live with someone who would do that. But you forced me to pack my bags and leave. I don't have anywhere to go. You should have thought about that before doing what you did. Are you really going to try and make yourself the victim in all of this? You came to us asking for the place to live and we let you in. If you really couldn't see this coming as a result of what you were doing, then that's on you. But you don't have any proof of any of this. It's just Sally's word against mine, right? And you know how much that girl hates me, so of course, she would lie about that. I just don't think she's the kind of person that you seem to think she is. Yes, she is. She has dyed her hair and she listens to loud music. Do you really think that anyone who does that can be a good person? And just what kind of mother even lets her daughter go around like that? I'll just go to the police and report the assault that Sally did to me. What do you think about that? You're more than welcome to go to the police. But I think the only person who would get in trouble is you. And just why do you think that, huh? You don't have any proof of things that you're accusing me of. Whereas I have the bruises that Sally left me. Clearly, they would have no choice but to believe me. Okay then, if you really feel that way, go ahead and tell the police. I won't do anything to stop you. You'll see. Sally will get kicked out of school. This will ruin her life. Okay then, you keep talking and talk. Now go walk the walk. But I'm just warning you that Sally does actually have footage of you putting the sleeping medicine in my tea. So I would stop accusing her of lying at the very least. Wait, what? Yes. When she walked through the door when she got home, she was on her phone and switched to the camera to record you. So I'm afraid that we do actually have evidence of what you did. Would you still like to go to the police? But I could be doing anything in the video. How could the cops even know what is it that I was doing to your tea? Do you really want to test that out? Well, let's try a different example. Say that I were to go to the police because I got stabbed, okay? And what if the only evidence I had was of some crazy person in my off waving around a knife moments before I was injured? Is it the footage of the person committing the crime itself? No, but it's quite incriminating nonetheless. You really think that that's how the police would see it? I'm just asking you to think about the bigger picture here. Sally stepped in to stop what you were doing, and she has injuries of herself. You scratched her quite badly, so the police would also have to take that into account. Okay, wait, maybe I did take things just a little too far. But I just thought that you needed to rest. Even if I believe that, it still doesn't excuse literally putting something in my tea without telling me. You know that I drink that tea pretty frequently. What if something bad happened to me? But I never was intending to hurt you, I swear. Except that you were always mad that I wasn't doing enough around the house while I was feeling sick, right? You were saying all kinds of cruel things to me about how a wife needs to keep her health so that she can take care of her family. You tried to pin so much of me when nothing was my fault. I just had no idea that it was the medicine making you feel that way. You know, when I went to the doctor's office, they asked me if I was on any medication, and I said that I wasn't. I even told you about that when I got home, but you knew the whole time that that wasn't true. It was just a prank, really. Well, I think that it was one taken way too far. I mean, what if I left the house in my car? I could have gotten into an accident or killed someone. What would be the point of the prank then? Please, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. I just didn't think that far ahead. It's really not that far to jump and make. But anyways, I refuse to live under the same roof as you anymore. But what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to live? I can't just be out on here on my own. You're my family. You have to take care of me. You have your retirement money. You'll just have to be careful about saving and spending it. Besides, you're still a young lady. You can always find a job if you need. You can't be serious. I deserve to have a quiet retirement. I shouldn't have to work. I'm afraid that you really should have thought about that before you did what you did. Please, I promise to never do it again. You have to forgive me. Actually, I really don't. You did something horrible and now you're paying for it. Don't ever come near me again. After that, Melissa sat outside of the house, refusing to leave. We finally called the police, and that's when she started screaming and trying to run away. By the time the next morning came around, all of Melissa's belongings were gone from our front yard. I have no idea where she ran off, but when she was finally caught, the police let her off with a stern warning and made her promise to stay away from our house. I hear that now she's living in a tiny apartment all by herself. She tried reaching out to my husband and I and complained about how hard her life was and how she was always in need of money, but we ignored her calls for help. I don't think we'll ever see her again until her funeral. As for my family, things settled down quite a bit after Melissa left. Sally is getting ready for her senior year in high school and still getting good grades. Obviously, there are times when I need to rein in her rebellious attitude, but I'm very happy knowing that I have such a mature and trustworthy daughter. I still think that it's very sad how everything went down the way that it did. I really thought that Melissa and I were getting along so well. There were times when I thought she could be a bit overbearing, but I always understood. It was just her being a concerned mother and grandmother. I would have never ever dreamed that she could have been capable of what she did to me. Another person I feel quite badly for over how all of this happened is my husband. When his mom asked if she could come live with us, I was a little apprehensive at first. He was the one who talked to me into allowing Melissa to be with us. After he found out what she was doing to me, he apologized for never noticing and clearly felt very guilty about it all. I told him that he had no way of knowing that his mom would act that way. Still, I think it may take some time for him to overcome that, on top of cutting his mom out of our lives. Thankfully though, I'm glad that I trusted my instinct and had faith in the person that I knew my daughter really was deep down. And if it wasn't for Sally's bravery in confronting her grandma, who knows what might have happened. I never wanted my daughter to go through something like that. But I'm much less worried about her ability to take care of herself now.
Hey, Vanessa. How are you feeling? Any better?
Yeah, I feel way better after getting some sleep. Sorry you had to make your own breakfast this morning. I was really hoping I'd feel up to wrestling you something up. But I just didn't have the energy.
Oh, it's nothing, really. Leave supper to me as well. Your number one priority right now should be resting up to the max.
No way. I can't let you do everything again. You cooked last night's supper too. I genuinely do feel better now. I think it'd do me good to get back into my cooking routine.
Really? You were as white as a sheet all day yesterday. You could barely keep any food down. Are you sure you can recover from that with one night's sleep? I think you should get checked out by a doctor just to be safe.
It's probably just summer fatigue. It's been scorching hot lately. I think I've been stressed out emotionally too. It's hard to imagine that not being a factor. I read an article the other day that said your thoughts can make you sick, and my mind has been on overdrive lately.
Really? You've never mentioned this before. What's wrong?
Listen, Tim. It's about Tilly.
My mum?
Yes.
What about her?
Do you promise not to tell her anything about what I'm about to tell you?
Of course.
Okay, well, the thing is, she's bullying me. I've been so emotionally distressed over it all. I barely recognize myself anymore. I think that's partly why I got ill.
What? My mum's been bullying you? No way. Are you joking? Surely my mum's the last person who would bully anyone.
Don't you believe me?
It's not that, it's just surprising. I always thought of my mum as one of the most trustworthy and sincere people in my life. Would she do that? But she even stepped in back when her aunt was bullying her daughter-in-law. She always gets so fiery and impassioned when she sees injustice that she can't keep her mouth shut. It's gotten her into trouble more than once. I never had her down as the underhanded type. It's hard to imagine, that's all. But if you say she's bullying you...
Who knows? Maybe she is nice to other people's daughter-in-laws. But she obviously sees me differently. She must feel she has more of a right to do as she pleases with me because I'm her eldest son's wife. You always hear about people who seem as nice as pie being mean to people behind the scenes, right? Want a prime example? Just think about serial killers. They always seem normal. They're always the nicest guy you could ever hope to meet. It's not like I'm saying your mom's a serial killer, but it's the same principle, you know? There are two sides to everyone.
I guess I see your point.
I knew it. You don't believe me, do you?
No. It's not that I don't believe you, it's just that I'm kind of overwhelmed with shock. She's my mum.
I'm not stupid, Tim. I know what that means. You think I might be telling the truth, but you're not sure. I can't believe it. You think I'm lying after I finally plucked up the courage to tell you. I wish I never said anything.
No, I'm sorry. I'm pleased you told me. I don't think you're lying at all. I believe you, I promise. So what exactly has she been doing to you?
You know, the kind of stuff you usually hear about mother-in-laws doing to their sons' wives. First of all, there's a passive aggression. It's like she has the little sigh of disappointment she lets out every time I say or do anything. I can't tell you how much even that alone wears me down. Then she's always making these cruel little digs at me that she plays off as jokes or teasing when she can tell I'm upset. Remember when she came to drop all those vegetables off at our place the other day?
Yeah, I think so. She came when I was at work, right?
Even when she's doing something nice, she can't help but get some snarky little comment in. She said she brought those vegetables over because she knew my cooking probably wasn't up to standard. She slammed them down on the table right in front of me and ordered me to start cooking healthier meals for you. It wasn't just that day either. That's just one of many examples. This has been going on for a long time.
Oh my god. I had no idea. I'm so sorry for not noticing.
It's okay, sweetie. I don't hold it against you. She's crafty. She only does it when no one is around. Besides, it's not like I can't tolerate it. I made it this far. It's just that I was hoping we could figure out some way for me to stop seeing her, 'cause it really is starting to take its toll now. It's Thanksgiving soon, and to be honest, I'm dreading it. The thought alone keeps me awake at night.
You're right. The plan was for us all to go over to her place for dinner. Don't worry, I'll tell her you have urgent business and won't be able to make it.
Really? Are you sure you don't mind?
It's only normal you wouldn't want to see her if she's been treating you like that.
Thank you for understanding, sweetie. But is she really going to be okay with me not being at the Thanksgiving dinner? She always struck me as traditionalist. Isn't family time, like, that important to her?
Don't you worry about that one bit. Leave this to me. I'll make sure she never does anything to upset you ever again.
Thank you so much, Tim. You're the best husband a girl could wish for. I was terrified you were gonna tell me to suck it up and carry on putting up with her.
Jeez, Vanessa, what do you take me for? Like I'd do that. If I don't protect you, who will?
Something tells me there aren't many husbands who'd protect their wives from their own mothers like this. Drama with the in-laws is practically an American cultural tradition by this point. It's kind of like there's this tendency for it to be seen as just the way things are. And guys will give their moms a pass on stuff they'd flip out at anyone else for.
You think so? Never really thought about it. I believe it's a man's job to protect his wife. When you put that ring on your finger, you became my number one. If I didn't have your back now, the vows I made that day would be meaningless.
Thanks, baby. You're such a sweetie. You know, I think this kind of thing is more common than you think. Who knows how many girls there are out there suffering their overbearing mother-in-laws in silence. Anyways, I'm really happy. I was worried you weren't going to believe me, and it's like this huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders. To tell you the truth, I was crying my eyes out while writing out the messages. I had to wipe my phone down at least 5 times and do some deep breathing exercises.
Wow, seriously? I'm so sorry for everything you've been through. I hope you're not crying anymore.
I'm not. The tears stopped thanks to you. I feel super calm all of a sudden.
I'm glad to hear that. But there's no way around it. I'm gonna have to do something about this. I'll make my mum stop bullying you if it's the last thing I do. Leave it to me. I'm gonna give her a little warning.
Wait, no! Please don't do that. I'd rather we just let it all blow over. I don't want to rock the boat. Besides, can you guarantee it wouldn't make her worse? I don't think so. Even if you did confront her, she could easily play it off as me being paranoid or sensitive and double down on the abuse behind your back.
You're right. Okay, I won't say anything, but I will see to it that your meetings with her are kept to a bare minimum from now on. If we can't stop her bullying you, we'll create an environment where she can't bully you, and quickly.
I'm sorry for getting so down over this. It probably doesn't seem like much, but my dad was kind of abusive towards me while I was growing up. He was a military man, and he was big on discipline. It felt more like I was growing up in a military camp than a home. He didn't hit me that often, but his words hurt so much it felt like he was beating the crap out of me every day. The way your mom speaks to me gives me flashbacks, and it sends my head to a dark place. I wish I was stronger, but I feel like I'm losing control whenever she starts, and I start wishing the ground would just swallow me up.
It's fine, Vanessa, really. Anyone would be hurt if they were treated like you have been all this time. I'm the one who should be apologizing for my mum, dragging up all those painful memories from your childhood.
No, you shouldn't. And I don't want you ever to say that again. You haven't done anything wrong, Tim. Sorry, honey. I didn't mean to use up so much of your lunch break.
It's fine. If talking to me made you feel even a little better, I'm happy. But I'm genuinely sorry.
Tim, stop it. I mean it. You have nothing to apologize for. I feel better. Just getting it all off my chest. I'll let you go now, sweetie. Good luck with work. I'll have a big supper full of your favorites ready for when you get home. And you'll get double portions to make up for what I couldn't make last night.
Score! I can't wait, babe. Don't overdo it, though. If you're not feeling up to it yet, I'm more than happy to make something myself. Sorry, Vanessa. I won't be needing any supper tonight.
Huh? Why? Are you going out drinking with your buddies or something?
No, my mum called me over to her place.
Your mom? Did she message you?
Yep. Oh, she said she misses me and that I should make more of an effort to show my face around there. She invited me for dinner. Oh, and she said there was something she needed to talk to me about. She doesn't usually do this, so I figure it must be important. I'm gonna go and see what's going on.
No, don't go!
Huh?
I already started making your supper. And come on, Tim, really? I told you she's bullying me. Why would you rush over to see her on a short notice after we already made plans? This doesn't seem fair on me. You should be more considerate towards my feelings.
Sorry, but you said you wanted to let all this blow over, right? Surely you can see how the winds might pick up again if I cancel on her at short notice like this. I offered to warn her, but you stopped me, remember? If we're going with business as usual, then we have to stick to it. It's not like she lives that far away.
Looks like you're just the same as all those other guys after all. Is there really any need to go off and play best buddies with my tormentor? It's like you're rubbing it in my face. You said we were going to keep meetings with her to a minimum. Wait a sec. I get it now. You don't believe me, do you?
That's not fair, Vanessa. I'm trying to set things up so you don't have to see her anymore precisely because I believe you. Besides, it's not like she's calling you over. She asked me to come on my own. Surely you should be celebrating.
That's strange to begin with. Why would she only invite you? She doesn't even know we've been discussing this. She's never done anything like this before. Can't you see what she's doing? She's trying to turn you against me. I'm worried like crazy by how you seem completely oblivious to it all.
Relax, please. The only reason she didn't invite you is because I told her you'd been ill lately.
Even so, you absolutely cannot go today. I already defrosted all the meat for your supper.
Can't I have it tomorrow? Just put it in the fridge.
No! Who's more important to you, Tim? Me or your mother? Choose!
Well, you, obviously.
Well, in that case, how about you stop playing best buddies with my bully?
It's not like I don't believe you, but I also want to hear what my mum has to say for herself.
No, stop it! You promised you wouldn't say anything about the bullying. If you confront her about it, she'll double down and my life will become even more of a living hell than it already is. She told me to break up with you.
What? She said that? When did this happen? Like, no way. Did she show up at the house again? I told her not to come for a little while, damn it.
No, she told me over the phone. I think she knows I'm trying to avoid her, Tim.
We can't go on like this. How are we ever going to be able to lead normal lives when we're constantly tiptoeing around my mum? I have to talk to her about the bullying. How am I supposed to keep my mouth shut when she's telling you to divorce me behind my back? How can we just go on pretending everything's normal when it's so clearly not?
No, you can't. You mustn't say anything. Don't you know how cunning and devious she is? She'll fill your head with lies about me, and things will get a million times worse. I just know it. What am I supposed to do if she gets her way, and we actually end up divorcing? I can't cope without you.
That's not going to happen. I promise.
Please, Tim, I'm begging you. Never see your mom again. You'll do what I say if you mean it when you say I'm more important to you than her. Do not go to your mom's house.
Vanessa, you need to calm down.
After everything she's done to me, I wouldn't forgive her, even if she apologized. I never want to see her again.
You're well within your rights to feel that way. It's only normal after the way she treated you.
How can you say that and then drop our plans as soon as she snaps her fingers? You're a walking contradiction.
What?
You're coming straight home from work and that's final. I won't take no for an answer. If you go to your mom's house, we're getting a divorce.
A divorce? What the hell?
If you go to your mom's house tonight, I'll take that as an admission that she's more important to you than me. Why would I want to stay married to someone who sides with my bully over me? If I'm not your number one, I want out.
Fine. I'll come straight home. I won't go to my mum's.
Promise? I just know if you went, she'd try and turn you against me. She won't be satisfied until you hate my guts and vow never to see me again. You can't believe a word she says about me. She's not to be trusted ever. Tim, are you able to make it tonight, dear? I'm sorry to do this on such short notice, but there's a matter of urgent importance I need to discuss with you as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, Mum. I have overtime again today.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you think you can make it when your overtime finishes? You don't have to stay for long.
Stop asking the impossible, Mum. I'm going to be exhausted. I just want to go home and relax. But why do I have to go to your house? Just tell me. I'm all ears.
There's something I need to show you.
Can't you send me a picture instead?
I suppose I could send it, but I don't think it's something you should see while you're at work.
Now I am really curious. It's fine, really. Will you just send it? I'm already on my lunch break and there's no one else around. Go on, Mum. I'm a big boy.
Fine, if you insist. I'll send it. There's something I need to say first. Divorce your wife.
Huh?
She's not who you think she is, Tim. You need to get rid of her and never look back as soon as possible.
I see. Well, so you really have been bullying her. I'm disappointed in you, Mum. It's just like she said, you're really trying to split us up, huh?
Bullying? Good grief. To think she's cheating on you and lying about me. Tim, about what I wanted to show you. It's proof of Vanessa's affair.
What? Vanessa's affair? Jeez, Mum, how gullible do you think I am? Stop lying. Your plan's never gonna work, so you may as well just give up.
I don't have any kind of plan, and I'm not lying.
She broke down in tears because of your bullying, you know. She even fell ill from the stress of it all. Like Vanessa would ever cheat on me. She's the most kind, caring, sensitive girl I've ever met.
Vanessa fell ill through stress from bullying her? When was this?
About 2 weeks ago.
Are you sure it wasn't from the stress of me finding out about the affair? The timing adds up. She turned as white as a sheet and hightailed it out of there like lightning. I've never seen someone run so fast.
Hightailed it out of where? What are you talking about?
I saw her by coincidence while I was on my way home from lunch with a friend a couple of weeks ago. She was going into a hotel holding hands with some man I've never seen before.
No way.
I just told you I had proof, didn't I? I waited outside the hotel for them to come out with my friend for 3 hours. When they did, I went to go confront her, and the pair of them bolted down the street like a pair of Olympic sprinters. When I say I prove, I mean we caught the whole thing on video. My friend recorded them leaving the hotel, the confrontation, and the escape from start to finish.
Oh my god. This can't be happening. What? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because I thought she'd tell you what had happened straight away out of worry I'd get to you first. I also wanted to hear her side of the story before I went sticking my nose in. I'm pretty sure it could have only been one thing, but I wanted confirmation nonetheless. I messaged her a few times, but she didn't reply once. When I realized she hadn't told you anything and was ignoring me, I accepted I had no choice but to tell you. When I tried, I couldn't shake the feeling you were trying to avoid me.
I'm sorry. To tell you the truth, I had been intentionally keeping my distance ever since she told me you were bullying her.
I thought as much. She must have thought you'd never find out if she could keep you away from me. I also got the impression she was in a panic she didn't notice my friend recording. It looks like I was right. She has no idea I have proof of what I saw. Tim, are you okay?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I should tell you. This has been the only thing on my mind since I saw her that day. I know how much you love that girl. I was scared you might faint from the shock of it all when I told you.
I still haven't seen the video. There's still a part of me that doesn't believe it.
Wake up and smell the coffee, son. You can't go on burying your head in the sand forever. Get ready. I'm sending it. Make sure you sit down somewhere quiet to watch it. Once you've seen it all and calmed down, I want you to message me again and tell me what you think. I want you to know I'll be here to support you no matter what you decide to do. I'm here to talk whenever you need me. Get ready to do some serious thinking about your future.
Got it. So I'm sorry for everything, Mum. I'm the biggest idiot.
Don't ever say anything like that again. I'm very proud of you for your honest, trusting nature. That backstabbing liar took advantage of it, that's all. Hey, Tim. You'll be back for your business trip tomorrow, right? I can't wait to see the presents you got me. Hope you have a safe flight home, sweetie.
Yep.
What's wrong? Are you tired? I guess you're bound to feel exhausted. They did spring the trip on you at the very last minute. Are you okay?
I'm not okay at all. But my mind is made up and my resolve is firm.
Your resolve?
I want a divorce.
Huh? Where did that come from all of a sudden?
I know about the affair.
Oh, what the? What are you talking about, baby? You know I never do anything like that. Why would you even say that? No way. Have you been speaking to your mom?
Yup.
God damn it, Tim. I told you not to believe a word that comes out of her mouth. She's lying to try and drive a wedge between us. How can't you see that? And you're falling for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Are you really gonna give her what she wants by making accusations against me like this?
I'll admit it. After you told me she was bullying you, I did think she was lying. But she had proof.
Huh? Proof?
She showed me some footage of you and some guy coming out of a hotel.
What are you talking about? Oh my god. Surely you don't think it's real. She probably faked it. You can do that these days, you know. I saw on the news the other day, there's this new AI called PeepGP that can do that kind of thing. I bet she used that. Or it must have been a deepfake. Surely you heard of that one. Apparently even a total beginner can use it. You can fake pictures, videos, voice clips, you name it. You can't just blindly believe everything she says to him. She's out to get me.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that, so I did some digging on my own. I didn't really go on a business trip, but I knew that if I told you I was going away, you'd probably meet up with Loverboy, thinking you had free reign to do whatever you liked.
Where are you?
I'm afraid that's classified information, but I can tell you I know exactly what you've been up to over these last few days. I hired a private investigator. So I hear you invited your lover to our house while I was away. I know you're together now.
Is this a joke? Please tell me you're not serious. Really, where are you?
It doesn't matter where I am. I do hope you're going to sign these divorce papers without kicking up a fuss.
I'm so sorry, Tim. I don't love him. I love you and only you. He's nothing to me. He's just some guy I met through an app. I'm not serious about him at all.
Irrelevant. The fact you were using apps like that in the first place tells me all I need to know. Cheating is cheating.
Maybe so, but... Tim, are you angry? I can't bear the thought of losing you, baby.
What the hell are you talking about? You need professional help. You tried painting my mum as some bullying psychopath and tried destroying our relationship just because she happened to see you out with Loverboy. You tried to make me break off ties with my own mother, Vanessa. Do you even understand the gravity of what you did?
I know I was wrong, but I didn't know what else to do. I couldn't bear the thought of you finding out and getting hurt. I was thinking of ending things with him, you know.
You've got some nerve to say that while he's at our house, you traitorous bitch.
Oh my god, Tim, don't call me that. It's not like I invited him. He showed up on our doorstep unannounced, and I figured this was my chance to break things off once and for all. When I told him I was ending it, he threatened to tell you everything. So I had no choice but to let him in.
Even if you were telling the truth, which I don't believe for 1 second, you'd only have yourself to blame. Hold on tight. Your parents will be arriving soon. We're all going to discuss the divorce together.
What? You told my parents? But you know how strict my dad is. I told you about what he used to do to me. Oh my god, Tim. How could you do this to me? There's no telling what he'll do to me now. My life is over.
Oh, he was furious when I told him over the phone. You're right. Definitely not someone I'd want to get on the wrong side of.
Stop it! Call him off. Call both of them off. Tell them this has all been a big misunderstanding, please. There's nothing to be gained from discussing this with them. He'll beat the living daylights of me.
I don't care. All I care about is that you sign these divorce papers and get the hell out of my life forever. If your dad has to force you to sign them under threat of violence, so be it.
What happened to you, Tim? You used to be so kind. My happiness used to be your first priority.
That's because you are my wife. My love and kindness doesn't extend to complete strangers, and that's all you are to me now. That goes doubly for someone who hurt me as badly as you did.
I'm so sorry. I'll never do anything like this again, I swear. Please forgive me. I'm begging you.
Lies, lies, and more lies. You're so good at this. You should be a politician.
Not lying, baby. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart.
Would someone genuinely capable of self-reflecting and feeling remorse ever say the kind of things you said about my mum? All you've done up until this point is lie, and the only reason you're saying sorry is because you got found out. I can't think of a single reason why I should believe you, but I can think of a million as to why I shouldn't.
You said I was the most important person in the world to you. Is that a lie? I thought what we had was special. To think you'd abandon me over something like this. How am I supposed to survive without you? Don't you care what happens to me?
No, not at all. In fact, I literally couldn't care less. You might have been the most important person in the world to me at one point, but you're definitely not anymore.
You're horrible. How do you sleep at night? Liar.
I'll sleep a hell of a lot better with you out of my life, that's for sure. You lost your place as the most important person in the world to me when you stabbed me in the back and lied to me. Call me what you like. I'm a damn sight more honest than you. I can't love a woman capable of lying to me and betraying me with another guy behind my back. I'm going to do as my mum told me and divorce you ASAP. Vanessa's parents immediately arrived at our house. At first I thought she might have been exaggerating about her dad, but I can now confirm he was just as unhinged as she said. He beat the living daylights out of her in front of everyone. The in-laws arrived so quickly that Loverboy didn't even have a chance to make his escape. He cowered like a quivering mess in the corner of the room as his darling angel was beaten black and blue before his very eyes. After pulling himself together and regaining his ability to form coherent sentences, he promised to pay me as much compensation as I wanted. I think he was scared he'd be Vanessa's lunatic dad's next victim if he didn't pay up. After being knocked around like a sack of potatoes by her violent father, Vanessa was in no state to put up a fight on the divorce. She signed the papers immediately and without hesitation beneath his menacing glare. I handed them in the next day and the divorce went by without a hitch. When the discussion was over, Vanessa was dragged away kicking and screaming and stuffed into the boot of her dad's car. The mixture of engine noises and muffled screams as they drove away was the last I ever heard of her. I have no idea what happened to her after that, but I heard none of her friends wanted anything more to do with her after finding out what she did, and she became a complete social pariah. It turns out her dad really was as strict as she had always said. I can't say I was comfortable with him beating her like that, and if I'm honest, I think he went too far. That said, it can't be denied his disciplinary methods are effective, because I've never seen anyone sign anything so fast. Her parents are also the types who take great pride in their public image, so it's hard to imagine them letting their wayward daughter have free reign of their neighbourhood, where she'd be free to mingle with the locals and start rumours. From the stern, authoritarian military vibe he gave me, it wouldn't surprise me if he had her locked in the basement. Well, unfortunately for her, that's not my problem. I got my divorce, and I got my compensation, so I couldn't care less what happens to her now. I offered my mum a sincere apology for doubting her after the divorce. She just laughed it off and praised the sense of honour I showed in standing up for my wife, but I'm very aware that if things had gone differently, there was a possibility me and her might never have spoken again. So I'm super grateful she was tolerant and big-hearted enough to forgive me for being such a gullible idiot. Life's not all doom and gloom, and things can only get better from here. Now it's my turn to be there for my family and friends, and to be there to uplift and support them, just like they were there for me. Let's do this.
Hey, Esme. How are you feeling today?
A lot better than I was yesterday.
I'm glad to hear it. You think you're gonna feel up to picking Trent up from kindergarten?
Yeah, I think so.
Only if you feel up to it, babe. I mean it. I don't want you overdoing it and getting ill again. Don't hold back on telling me if you take a turn for the worst again. I'm here for you.
Sorry I made you worry, Kyle. And I'm sorry I kept quiet about this the whole time.
Yeah, no kidding. I was speechless when the teacher told me about Trent's attendance record at parents' evening. You never told me he was having that many days off. I couldn't make any sense of it. I mean, I kinda still can't.
I've been suffering with pounding headaches since the beginning of the year. They're the worst. I feel a little better when I lie down. I didn't think anything of it at first. I thought they'd go away on their own. But they started flaring up whenever I took Trent to kindergarten. I always ended up flat out on the sofa for the rest of the day whenever I got back. But of course, then I had to go pick him up again. It all got to be too much.
So you started calling him in sick on your worst days instead?
Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. It was wrong of me to do that, especially without telling you.
It's cool. You don't have to keep apologizing. I do wish you would have told me how awful you were feeling a little earlier, though. Thought we were supposed to be a team.
Sure, I get that, but it's not like I knew what was wrong with me. I just had these mystery headaches.
Correction. Mystery headache so debilitating you're almost completely incapable of moving. There has to be a cause. How about you try seeing a specialist at the general hospital?
They ran a bunch of tests on me at the hospital before, but they didn't find anything. They just told me they were migraines and sent me on my way with some painkillers and a hefty bill.
But are they really just migraines? How about you try a different hospital? Doctors can get things wrong all the time. How many times do you hear about brain tumors being misdiagnosed as migraines? Besides, there are a bunch of new treatment methods these days.
I don't want to hear another word about brain tumors, Kyle. I'm fine, really. These painkillers are more than enough for me, and if I run out, I can always buy more online without leaving the house.
But if you've been having these headaches since New Year, then there's some kind of underlying illness bringing them on.
I'm probably just getting old.
It's possible, but what if it's not just that? You can't put a price on health, Esme. The earlier you get properly checked out, the better. If there is an underlying cause, you need to get it treated before it gets any worse. Self-diagnosing never ends well. I'm begging you here, babe. I'm seriously worried about you.
Fine. I'll go to a different hospital, and the next day I feel like I can move.
Yes, please do. Thanks. Oh yeah, there was something else. Sorry to bring this up at a time like this, but I got assigned to a business trip. I did ask if there was anyone else who could go in my place, but apparently I'm vital for the success of the project.
What? You're going away? When?
2 Mondays from now. I'll be gone for a week. I'm so sorry, babe, but I'll have to leave you on your own for a little while.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. But if I take a turn for the worse again, just know I'll have no choice but to call Trent in sick at kindergarten.
It can't be helped. I'd rather he have some days off than you go overboard and end up in the ambulance, or God forbid worse. Oh yeah, how about we ask my mom to take him instead? She doesn't live that far away. I'm surprised I didn't think of that before.
We can't make your mom be our son's personal chauffeur, Kyle. Sorry, it's not happening.
Oh, she wouldn't mind. She loves spending time with him. If anything, I think she'd be pleased.
She might not mind, but I do. There's no telling which days I'll be worse on. And it's not fair on me to expect her to come out on such short notice. She has a life and responsibilities of her own to take care of. She'd have to drop whatever she had planned, and knowing what she's like, she probably would. I can't have that on my conscience.
I understand all that, babe, but it's only a week. It won't be that much of a burden on her. I'll be back before you know it.
It's not happening. Please, just drop it. I don't want to cause your mom any trouble.
Fine. So we'll leave my mom out of it, but I want you to tell me if anything's wrong while I'm away.
Don't worry, honey, I will. And if I'm so unwell that I'm not even capable of looking after him, I might ask your mom to take care of him for a little while, but only if she's not doing anything. But that's the emergency option. If I have to inconvenience her, I want to keep it to a bare minimum.
Got it. Thank you. It's my fault, I know. So you wouldn't have to worry about any of this if not for the business trip.
Don't beat yourself up about it. It can't be helped. Don't think I don't know how hard you work to provide for this family, Kyle. I know, and I appreciate it. On top of that, you even help out with the housework when you're around the house. You have no idea how helpful you are.
If that's how you really feel, then I'm pleased, but I can be kind of slow to pick up on things sometimes, so if you do want something, I want you to let me know. I'll do whatever I can, whenever I can.
Thanks, honey. I have everything I need for the time being. The hospital's close by, too, so you really have nothing to worry about. You just focus on your work while you're away, okay?
Hey, Esme, I'll be a little late getting home today.
That's not like you. Is this to do with your business trip next week?
Yep, you guessed it. The boss says he needs to brief me on the project before I leave. I don't think I should be too late. Maybe just an extra 30 to 60 minutes. I'll be back before Trent goes to bed.
Okay, honey. Got it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you seem to be doing a lot better lately.
You noticed as well? I tried a different hospital like you suggested, and the new medicine they gave me seems to be working wonders. I can't say whether it's that for sure, but you're not wrong. I feel so much better.
Really? I knew you seemed different. I'm so pleased to hear that, babe. The timing couldn't be better with me just getting ready to go away.
No kidding. I think I feel, dare I say it, back to normal. This is all thanks to you suggesting I try out a different hospital. Thank you.
I guess you won't have to rely on your mom for anything while I'm away on business now then.
It seems so. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm not out of the woods yet, so I don't want to get complacent. I could still end up needing her if the migraines come back, but as things stand, things look good.
Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, but my mom told me she saw you the other day.
She did? Where?
At the mall outlet in the suburbs. Did you go out?
Oh, yes. The hospital I went to is in the same area. It's a 5-minute walk from the outlet. I thought I may as well pass through for some window shopping since I was there.
Oh, I see. You know, I haven't bought any new clothes in years. How about we all head over there as a family for a wardrobe update when I'm back from my business trip?
That sounds great. I wasn't feeling my best, so I didn't stop to see much. That's strange, though. I thought your mom would have said hi to me if she saw me around town.
She only saw you driving out of the car park. She was in her friend's car herself, so she didn't get a chance to say hi.
Well, that explains it. Oh, would you look at the time? Sorry, sweetie. It's Trent's supper time. Gotta go.
All right, no worries. I'm gonna head back to work.
Okay, good luck with the briefing. Drive home safe.
Sorry I missed your phone call, Mom. I was eating. What happened? It's not like you to call me randomly. Is something wrong?
Kyle, what on earth are you doing?
Excuse me? Mom, are you angry with me?
Of course I'm damn well angry with you. You went away on a business trip while your poor wife's lying in a hospital bed. You left my grandson all on his own at home. What would you have done if something happened to him?
Huh? Esme's in a hospital? Esme's in a hospital? This is the first I've heard of it. Whoa, wait a sec. What? What are you talking about? Trent was left on his own at the house? How in Jesus' name did this happen?
Yes! He was left on his own! Are you being serious right now? Are you actually telling me you don't know your wife got admitted to the hospital?
Like I said, this is the first I've heard of it, I swear. What did she even get admitted for in the first place? I haven't had any phone calls. Not from her, not from anyone. Who told you this?
Trent, there was a knock on the door about 10 minutes ago. When I opened it, there he was, stood all on his own in the pouring rain.
What? On his own? On a night like this?
Yes! We're in the middle of the worst storm to hit Florida in 10 years. It's raining buckets, windy enough to blow the stripes off a zebra, and thundering and lightning like it's no one's business. He must have been scared out of his mind, the poor thing. He was soaking wet through and shivering like a crack addict. He said he came over in spite of the storm because he couldn't sleep on his own.
What?
When I asked him what happened, he said you were away on a business trip and his mom was in the hospital. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. To think that you'd leave your 5-year-old son home alone. I didn't raise you like this. You have no idea how furious I am with you, Kyle. Why didn't you get in touch with me? I would have had him. Oh, listen, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. It does seem like you really didn't know anything. Do you have any ideas what might be going on here?
Nothing. I left for my business trip yesterday. Forget that. Is Trent okay?
Yes, he's fine. He was shivering pretty badly. Your dad's given him a bath now, and he seems to be cheering up. We might not live that far away, but it can't have been easy for him to get here all on his own at nighttime in the middle of such a horrendous storm with those little legs of his. It takes me 20 minutes to get to your place at the best of times. Must have taken him at least twice that.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Mom.
Are you really away on business, Kyle?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I am. Want to do a video call? I can show you the scenery from my hotel window if you don't believe me. I mean, it is nighttime, so you might not be able to see much, but still.
What about Esme? Have you heard from her?
She messaged me an hour ago. She said Trent was so fried from playing all day at kindergarten he was fast asleep on the sofa.
Did she now? Oh, this makes no sense. Trent says his mother was gone for ages.
Gone for ages?
He says she went out and didn't come back. Surely this can only mean that she's lying.
Lying? But she had been suffering from killer migraines lately. Granted, she said she felt better after going to a different hospital and trying out some new medicine. But there is a chance she really did get admitted to the hospital.
Leaving Trent on his own, without so much as a word to you? Oh, wake up and smell the coffee, Kyle. There's no way in a million years she'd do that if she was telling the truth.
You're right. Sorry, Mom. I'm not thinking straight right now.
Face it. Your wife left your boy home alone, and she's lying through her teeth about it. That's the undeniable truth. He wouldn't show up on his own on my doorstep in the middle of a raging storm if it wasn't.
Now that you mention it, Esme messaged me earlier saying she hung a load of laundry outside because it was bright sunshine today.
More lies. It's been raining cats and dogs since noon. We did get a spot of sunshine first thing this morning, but things went south quickly when the storm hit.
Which means Trent's been on his own at least since noon today?
You might think this is an unusual time for me to bring this up, but remember how I told you I saw Esme at that mall outlet in the suburbs the other week?
Yeah?
Well, when I did, there was something off about her.
Something's off about her.
How to put this? I got the impression that she was dolling herself up. You know, making more of an effort with her appearance than usual. She looked different to how I'm used to seeing her. I didn't mention it at the time because I didn't feel like it was my place. And for all I knew, she dressed like that all the time around you. After all, we don't see each other much, right? But now this has happened. I feel like it's at least worth mentioning. You might wonder what I'm getting at with this, but maybe, just maybe, do you think it might have something to do with why she left Trent unsupervised at the house?
You mean she went out to meet another guy?
Listen, Kyle, the last thing I want to do is cast doubt on your wife. But at the same time, this isn't normal. And taking everything into account, I'm not sure how else to explain what's going on. It's just a possibility, but I think you should at least consider it.
She said she was on her way back from the hospital that day you saw her at the mall. No, you're right. This ain't normal. No, you're right. This ain't normal at all. I'm coming home.
Can you do that? What about your business trip?
I came by car and it's not like I'm super far away. I should be back sometime in the middle of the night. My coworkers would just have to do their best to cover my jobs while I'm gone. This is an emergency. Hopefully I can make it back before the trip ends. If not, so be it.
Okay. Trent's bound to feel a lot better with his dad around. We'll be waiting for you.
I'm sorry to trouble you like this, Mom. I'm sure all this drama is the last thing you need on your plate.
Don't worry about it. Just make sure you drive safe on the way home. No rushing. That's a direct order from your mother. Whatever happens with Esme, I want you to know that me and your father are on your side, son. Looking after Trent and yourself should be your #1 priority.
I'm so sorry, Kyle.
Why?
The migraines came back worse than ever, so I've been resting up on the sofa all day. I must have fallen asleep, and when I woke up, Trent was gone. Oh my God, Kyle, what do I do? What have I done? I'm so sorry. I think he went out while I was asleep. Oh, did I accidentally leave the front door unlocked? Oh my God.
Chill out.
How can I possibly chill out at a time like this? Trent's gone, Kyle. Our son is missing. I know it's all my fault, but he's not here, Kyle. What should I do? Should I call the cops?
Why so surprised? You're the one who left him on his own, right?
I might have left him unsupervised when I fell asleep, but I was right there on the sofa. We were in the same room. I didn't think this would happen. He was just playing quietly by himself before that.
What a big steaming pile of bull. You weren't even in the house.
What?
You came home and realized he was gone just now, didn't you? No matter where you looked, he was nowhere to be found. Now you're messaging me in a panic.
What are you talking about?
Trent showed up on his own at my mom's house last night. He told her I was away on business and you were in the hospital. You told our son he had to watch the house because you had to go to the hospital, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't say that at all.
So why did he show up on my mom's doorstep on his own in the pouring rain last night?
I'm so sorry. Fine, I'll tell you. The truth is that my health took a turn for the worst yesterday, and I collapsed in the kitchen last night. I kept it quiet because I didn't want to worry you while you were busy with work. The only explanation I can think of is that Trent must have found me out cold and went to your mom's place when I wouldn't wake up.
That's pretty impressive for a barefaced lie you came up with completely on the fly.
I'm not lying. Why are you being like this?
Because I know for a fact that you weren't in the house. I rushed back home from my business trip in the middle of the night after Mom told me what had happened. You weren't there. Not on the sofa, and certainly not out cold on the kitchen floor. I knew you had to be lying about something. So I enlisted the help of my dad and brother, and we staked out our apartment complex in the middle of the night. We saw you getting dropped off in the car park by some dude in a Ferrari.
Okay, I admit it. That was me. I'm sorry. But it's not what it looks like. I'm not cheating on you, Kyle. I swear.
Fascinating. Do tell me more.
The guy in the car, he's nothing more than a friend, I promise. The truth is, one of our mutual friends was in a car accident yesterday. We were with her by the hospital bed until just now. She's in a bad way, and the doctors say she might not make it.
Which hospital?
A city hospital.
What's your friend's name?
Why do you want to know all that? She's still unconscious.
Because it's important. You left our son on his own. If you were telling the truth, surely you would have left him with my mom and dad, right? Surely that's what anyone in their right mind would do in that situation. You're lying.
I know that's what I should have done, but I was upset, Kyle. I wasn't thinking straight or acting rationally because one of my best friends was in a serious accident and might die. Don't you understand that? I saw Trent asleep on the sofa and thought he'd be fine. Calling your mom would have taken time, and all I wanted to do was be with my friend. I had to see how she was.
You might not know this, but Florida was hit by its worst storm in 10 years yesterday. It was raining buckets, windy enough to blow the stripes off a zebra, and thundering and lightning like it was no one's business. It came around noon, but you told me you were doing the laundry because it was so gorgeous out.
It was sunny in the morning.
You didn't really mention any rain, though. Not only that, but Trent hates storms. Thunder scares the pants off him and he can't ever go to sleep when it's like that outside. Everything you say is a lie. Remember that new medicine you showed me recently that seemed to miraculously cure your migraines? Well, I looked it up online and apparently it's a famous diet aid. It didn't say anything about headaches. What the hell are you playing at?
I'm sorry.
Does that mean you admit it? That you're cheating on me with that guy in the Ferrari?
I got caught up in the moment. I drank more than I should have. We got talking and, well, I wasn't myself, Kyle. I should never have drunk that much.
You got caught up in the moment and came back at lunchtime the next day?
We got lost in conversation, and before I knew it...
Amazing. You still insist on lying, even when your lover boy admits it.
What?
After you got out of the car, me, my dad, and my brother followed him home, confronted him outside his house. He got real loose-lipped after the three of us surrounded him and pressed him for an explanation. You should have seen the look on his face. He was so terrified. I thought he might wet his pants. I almost felt bad for him. How about you stop lying? The cat's out of the bag.
I'm so sorry. I've made a huge mistake. I didn't mean to. It kind of just happened. I'm so sorry, honey. I don't feel anything for him. I swear.
I'm looking through your chat logs as we speak. You told him all about how you kept calling Trent in sick at kindergarten because dropping him off and picking him up was so much of a pain in the ass. Turns out you've been meeting up with Mr. Ferrari for seedy trysts during the week while I was at work too. You've been a busy girl. Impressive for someone suffering with killer migraines, huh?
I'm so sorry. I promise I'll never see him again. Please forgive me.
Like hell will I forgive you? Lying about migraines all the time, making me worry something chronic, all the while you're getting piped by some dude in a Ferrari behind my back. Leaving our 5-year-old son all on his own during the worst storm in 10 years so you can get piped some more. He's not capable of looking after himself. You know full well something awful could have happened to him, but you went anyway. You even luckier nothing happened to him while he was out in the storm on his way to my mom's place. He could have been hit by a car, flying debris, been blown over and banged his head, struck by lightning. It's a miracle he's okay. You have no right to be a mother.
I'll never do it again. I swear. Please just calm down and let's talk this through. We can talk about this like adults, can't we, honey? Can't we?
I can assure you, I am calm. We're getting a divorce.
A divorce? No!
Yes, a divorce. Obviously. What other choice do I have?
No, please. There are plenty of other options. Just don't divorce me. I'm begging you. Anything but divorce. I was never serious about him. It was just a fling. Surely you know that if you can see our chat logs. It was purely physical.
That makes it even more disgusting. Because that means that you left your 5-year-old son all on his own due to no other reason than to satisfy your insatiable lust for the D.
No, well, I mean, Kyle, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'll do anything. Anything but divorce. I am begging you.
You know, maybe if you were just doing this behind my back while I was at work and Trent was at kindergarten, maybe, just maybe, I would have considered talking things through before divorcing you. But after what you did, this was the easiest decision of my life. You're so despicable. I feel sick just from seeing your name on my phone screen.
Please, find it in your heart to forgive me. I'll dedicate my life to making you and Trent happy from now on, I promise. Please, please, please. Please believe in me. Just give me one more chance.
I'll never believe another word that comes out of your mouth. You had ample opportunity to tell the truth, and you did nothing but pile bullshit on top of more bullshit. I'm divorcing you to make sure that you can never do this to us again. Needless to say, I divorced my wife immediately. She threatened to take full custody of Trent if I went through with it, after the fact that she left him alone to go see her lover came out in court. Esme's parents doted on Trent, and they were beyond livid when they found out what their daughter had done. They came down on her like a ton of bricks before cutting her out of their lives for good. Last I heard, she was sleeping on the sofa in a shared house while working ungodly hours to cover the monthly child support payment she's gonna owe me for the next 13 years. She totally lost it with Loverboy when she found out he told me everything. She was so incensed that she launched a vicious harassment campaign against him after we divorced, which got so out of hand that the police had to get involved. She seems to be under the impression that if she works hard, keeps up with the child support payments and show me she's sorry, she'll have a shot at getting back with me. Unfortunately for her, I have no intention of having anything more to do with her as long as I live. I think she'll get the message eventually, but she's obviously mentally unstable, so I hope when she does, she doesn't pull any more crazy stunts that could end up hurting Trent. I hope she uses this as an opportunity to change her ways and becomes a better human being. I'm not holding my breath, though. Me and Trent moved in with my mom and dad after the divorce. It can be a bit hectic at times with all four of us living together, but we're having a blast, and I wouldn't change it for the world. There's always someone around the house for Trent to play with, and he loves it. I was pretty mad at myself for not realizing he was missing out on important opportunities to learn and socialize with friends by being forced to stay off kindergarten by the actions of a selfish mom. What's worse is that he was really upset about it. It's my mission from here on out to ensure that he never has to miss out on things that he enjoys ever again. I'll do whatever it takes to make him happy. At the end of the day, I'm the only one he can truly rely on to protect him. Of course, he has my parents, but they're not as young as they used to be, and it's only natural as his dad. I should be the one ultimately responsible for keeping him safe and watching over him. I'm going to shower him with so much love and affection that he'll probably get bored of it and think I'm embarrassing. Let's face it, with Esme no longer around, I have to love him for two. He doesn't need a mom, because mark my words, I'm going to give him the best childhood a kid could ever have.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Carly, I heard you were fast asleep on the sofa. What's going on? Did you make the preparations for dinner yet? You better have the ingredients ready like I asked. I'm sorry, Nellie. I've had the worst morning sickness lately. Today was my worst day yet. I made all the preparations for dinner, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll have it ready right away when it's time. Goodness me, Carly, do you think you're the first woman in history to get morning sickness? It's hardly a big deal. Did you really need to pass out on the sofa? Vince told me you were dead to the world. I feel really sluggish, too. I thought I was drinking enough water, but I think I might have some dehydration symptoms. Even when I'm lying down on the sofa doing nothing, I still feel like I could throw up at any moment. I feel like I'm in a state of constant discomfort and frustration. This sucks. Not that there's anything to throw up. I can't keep any food down and my appetite has completely vanished. To be honest with you, I have never felt worse. I'm struggling to move today. Strange. I never had any symptoms like that when I was pregnant with my Vince. Morning sickness is different from person to person. Some women don't get any, some feel like they're on death's door. Unfortunately, I know which end of the spectrum I'm on. What's the problem? Is there really any need to be this dramatic? It's only a little nausea, just endure it. In any case, I really don't think there was any need to go to sleep on the sofa. I hope you don't mind me saying this, dearie, but I don't think you expect enough of yourself sometimes, or how to put this? You're lazy. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. What? What is it, darling? Did you think I was going to be all soppy and sympathetic when you told me you were feeling under the weather? Then you've got another thing coming. I'm not the soft touch my son is, so it's about time you booked your ideas up and got serious. How are you going to look after your baby if you can't even look after this house? It's time to stop neglecting your duties and start acting like a real woman. I really don't think I'm neglecting anything. It looks like you're guilty of your fair share of neglect from where I'm standing, dearie. You know, it's because of women like you that us stay-at-home housewives get a bad name. People see you lazing around doing nothing, and they think we're all like that. Those of us who are good, upright, hard-working get our reputations dragged through the mud because of layabouts like you. Stop being so selfish. But I genuinely feel like crap, Nellie. I've barely felt human all day. No, scratch that, all week. It's so bad, I feel like I'm a second away from crying at any moment. Would you please just give me a break? I don't have the energy for this right now. Boo-hoo, so you feel a little under the weather, so what? It's just morning sickness. It's basically nothing. Toughen up and power on through it like a real woman. You know, back in my day, we got on with it and we didn't complain. Take me, for example. I went to work with a fever of 38 degrees on several occasions, and you know what? I still got the job done better than all the guys. You young people nowadays are such a delicate bunch of snowflakes, it's unreal. I bet your mom and dad spoiled you growing up, didn't they? Go on, admit it. It couldn't be more obvious. You've always had everything handed to you on a silver platter. I'm sorry. I'm probably a damn sight more tired than you with the day I've had, but do you hear me complaining? Nope, because unlike you, I'm tough. Make sure you're up and ready to do your job when I get home. Ah, that reminds me. I want you to run me a nice warm bath. See to it that it's ready by the time I get back. Don't forget my rubber ducky. A bath? Okay, got it. Are you on the train home now? Yes. I was fast asleep as soon as I got on and sat down. When I woke up after an hour, I felt as fresh as a daisy. It looks like the tiredness finally caught up with me. I worked damn hard today, if I do say so myself. Well done to you, miss. I'm surprised you actually went out that far. My jaw almost hit the floor when Vince told me how far away his grandma lived. How was everyone doing? They were doing great. You'll never guess what my husband's oldest brother is doing these days. He's running marathons as a hobby. Everyone in his family lives such vibrant, healthy lives. They all look half their actual ages. How about Gerald, your father-in-law? Was he young for his age? Vince told me that he was super active. He sounded like a real inspiration. That's right, he was. He was as vigorous and energetic as they come before he tragically passed away in the accident. It's such a shame he's not around anymore. I wish I could have met him at least once. My mother-in-law was her usual old self, too. She still makes an effort to dress up nicely. She's always had a thing for those traditional velvet dresses. I hope she doesn't get too hot in them. I don't know how she does it in this weather. It sounds like she always had a thing for fabrics. Didn't you tell me she worked as a sewing teacher when she was younger? That's right. One thing's for sure. I wouldn't want her teaching me. She's the strictest woman I've ever met. She had a face full of makeup on today, dolled up to the nines. I could have mistaken her for someone about 20 years younger, I tell you. I think Mildred looks incredible in those velvet dresses of hers. I've always admired her tasteful elegance and feminine charm. She has a certain aura about her that makes her really unique. What? Mildred? Why would you call her that? Why not just call her Granny Fletcher like everyone else? She's Vince's grandma, and that's what he calls her. Why can't you call her Granny Fletcher too? Somehow or other, calling her Granny kind of feels unnatural. She looks really young for her age. Besides, I'd be worried she'd get mad with me if I called her that. Fair enough. I suppose I get where you're coming from. She's as intense as they come. I used to be terrified of her. She was constantly telling me off when I was younger. I'm surprised to hear that. But unlike you, I was a good, dutiful, loyal wife, and I never slacked on my household duties. I didn't do anything to deserve the way she treated me. It was my mother-in-law who was in the wrong, not me. I always thought the way she used to flip out and pick fault with me over the most minor things was so petty. I see. She was only 18 when my husband and I got married. I was basically still a kid, so it was no surprise I was terrified of my mother-in-law. I felt so daunted every time we went over to see her. She always had a certain force of vigor about her. She's not the kind of woman you'd want to get on the wrong side of. Not that it's any different now. I still wouldn't want to rub her the wrong way. Sounds like you went through a tough time of it. Even to this day, she still finds things to complain about. There's always something. You know, people say you mellow out as you get older, but I feel like she's going the opposite way. To be honest, I'm sick to death of her. She was up to her usual old crap today. Did she say something? You bet she did. Witter, 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 whine, whine, whine. God, I could have told her to shut her face right then and there. There were talks of me and my husband moving in with her at one point. Boy, am I glad that never ended up happening. I guess I would have ended up murdering the old bag. I'm so relieved I only have to see her a few times a year for special occasions now. Sounds like you went through the mill today. Hopefully you can finally relax, unwind, and enjoy some you time when you get home. That's where you come in, dearie. See to it that my bath is ready pronto. Do not forget my rubber ducky. Yep, got it. Nellie, I can't believe you poured water over me like that. Why would you do something so horrible? Because I got home to find none of the housework done, and you fast asleep on the living room sofa, you darn heckin' slacker. How could I not lose my temper seeing you laid out there like a sloth? But I thought you said you wouldn't be home until the evening today. My plans changed. I had no idea you were going to show up. I'm sorry. Oh, I get it. So you think you get to neglect your duties just because I'm not around? I am sick and tired of your behavior, young lady. It's disgraceful that you'd rather spend your time sleeping than dropping me off and picking me up from my social events. Do you really think it's fair to make me use public transport at my age? Is this all one big joke to you? Is that it? Are you mocking me? No, it's not like that at all. I just couldn't get any sleep last night because I felt so sick. I was planning on getting around to the housework as soon as I'd had some rest, I swear. There we go with the morning sickness excuse again. Anyone would think you were laid up in a hospital bed with 2 weeks to live. Stop making excuses and accept reality for your disgraceful behavior, woman. But I genuinely feel awful. Maybe so, but you're still capable of moving. Ultimately, this comes down to a problem of attitude and a lack of commitment. The next time I catch you slacking on the housework, you'll be getting more than just a bucket of cold water poured over you. Oh my God. Please, won't you at least try to understand my circumstances? You're in no position to make requests of me, you lazy little cretin. I'm sorry, but I just don't see how you think pouring a bucket of cold water over me is justified or what it achieves. The sofa and carpet are soaking wet though now. Well, you better see to it that they get properly dried off then. On my own? Of course on your own, you insolent procrastinator. None of this would have happened if you weren't slacking on the housework in the first place. I'm going shopping. You better have this house sparkling clean by the time I get back. I mean it. Obviously, I don't just mean the living room either. I want the whole house from top to bottom so clean I could eat my dinner off of it. The whole house? Use your brain, dearie. The floor's wet. This is your golden opportunity to scrub every square inch of carpet in the house. Why not try not being a useless sack of shit for once in your worthless life, you sluggish, slouching slacker? What the fudge do you think you're doing? You pregnant piece of crap! Where are you hiding to get out of doing housework this time? I won't tolerate this. The floor is still wet. Hurry up and finish cleaning it, or do you want me to pour another bucket of water all over you? Pouring a bucket of water over a pregnant woman? You wicked, ghastly woman. You just lost your son and daughter-in-law. Carly didn't deserve any of this. What have you been doing to her, that poor, poor girl? To think her and Vince agreed to move in with you to help out. Now you're not as mobile as you used to be, and this is how you repay them? Excuse me, who am I talking to? What are you talking about? I am not Carly. Huh? Well, who the hell are you then? Oh, I think you know me, darling. You see, you were at my house not too long ago. It's me, Mildred. Mildred? Thank you for visiting last month. We always appreciate you making the effort to travel such a long way. How are you messaging me from Carly's phone? Is my phone broken? Should I ring my data provider? This is definitely her number. I was just talking to her earlier today. I'm with Carly at the moment. You're despicable. Is it true you poured a bucket of water over her while she was trying to sleep off her morning sickness? I just couldn't stay quiet on the sidelines and watch when I heard how horribly you've been treating her. No way, like I'd ever do that. It was just a prank, just a harmless little prank, that's all. A prank? You call that a prank? Is that the kind of prank you pull on a heavily pregnant, sleep-deprived woman suffering from severe morning sickness? But she was slacking on the housework. She was fast asleep on the sofa when the house was a mess. On what planet is that acceptable behavior? I am well within my rights to be mad with her for lazing around when there's so much to do. I completely understand how Carly feels. I suffered with awful morning sickness myself when I was pregnant with my first. My mother-in-law was the kindest, most lovely woman you could ever hope to meet. So she was more than happy to let me rest, but it still wasn't pleasant. Unfortunately for Carly, her mother-in-law is an ignorant, uneducated moron and a control freak of the highest order. You never told me you suffered with morning sickness. This is the first I've heard of it. I hardly see any need to go announcing it to the world. You know, Nellie, morning sickness can be truly horrible. Constantly feeling like you could throw up at any moment is not a pleasant experience. Mildred, can I ask you something? Why are you with Carly? We spoke at dinner time today. I gave her a call because I wanted to hear her voice and find out how she was doing. I could tell as soon as she said hello that she wasn't her usual self. The desperation in her voice may as well have been a cry for help. When I asked her what was wrong, she burst into tears. There was obviously no way I was ever going to put the phone down without finding out what had her so stressed out, so I kept asking until, eventually, she told me you were bullying her. Bullying? Oh, that's crazy talk. I'd never bully a fly. Don't play dumb with me. What you've been doing to her is bullying, plain and simple. She told me everything. I was so livid that before I knew it, I was on the first train to her house. Carly came to meet me at the station. You didn't have to do that. Anyway, since when were you two even in contact? How did you get her number? You're right, she was the only member of the family who I wasn't in direct contact with. It still hasn't been that long since her and my grandson got married, after all. I got her number from Vince. My son? He had no idea about your vicious bullying campaign against his wife. She told me she kept him in the dark about it because she didn't want him to worry about her. She's such a sweet, selfless girl. The more I get to know her, the more I want to protect her from you. Mildred, please. Will you pass her the phone, please? I suppose. You better not say anything mean to her, though. I mean it. I want you on your best behavior. I won't, I promise. It's Carly. Carly! What are you doing? You didn't have to go blabbing to my mother-in-law about our private business. Do you know how much trouble you've caused her? I do feel kind of guilty. I had no idea she'd come to the house. Granny Fletcher's one of the kindest people I've ever met. Wait, what? Why are you calling her Granny Fletcher all of a sudden? Oh, I get it. You're cozying up to her so you can paint me as the villain, aren't you? Damn you, girl, I can read you like a book. Nope. She said that's what she wanted me to call her. I'm not trying to cozy up to her at all. I can't take this nonsense anymore. Just make damn sure you don't cause her any more trouble than you already have. Do not forget your position in this family, young lady. You're just some cheap floozy who was lucky enough to marry my son. Don't be getting ideas above your station. That's funny. Granny Fletcher said she thinks of me as her own granddaughter. No, you're nothing and nobody. You're only one step away from a stranger. That's where you're wrong. The only stranger here is you. What's that supposed to mean? Your mother-in-law just told you, or did you forget already? You don't have a son or daughter-in-law anymore. I saw her message, but I don't know what she meant. Stop being ambiguous and come out with it already. It means we're cutting you out of our lives once and for all. You're nothing but a stranger now. What in the devil's name am I reading? Who do you think you are? You don't get to decide that. What about what me and my son want? That's funny, I have no recollection of ignoring my husband. We discussed and decided on this together, as a couple. You mean my Vincykins wanted to cut his own mother out of his life? Lies, he'd never do that. Exactly. To be honest, I'm not sure if I could have convinced him on my own. It's thanks to Granny Fletcher's persuasion that he finally came around to the idea. Now, after stopping and thinking about how much negativity you actually bring to our lives, he's fully on board. It's such a refreshing feeling to know that we're never going to have to deal with you and your bullshit again, Nellie. Excuse me, Mildred, are you still with Carly right now? Yes, she's resting. Are you with Vince, too? Yes, why? He arrived home after finishing work not long ago. You wouldn't have happened to have said anything to him, would you? Did you tell him he should cut me out of his life? I never told him he should do anything. What? So why is this happening? All I did was tell him to take good care of his wife. I told him that your wife should be the most important person in the whole world to you, and that the vows you take on your wedding day are to be honored for life. I told him that if anyone should ever try to hurt her, you should protect them with every last fiber of your being. Vince just called me. He said he doesn't think of me as his mother anymore. Oh, he did he? Well, that's great news. I'm so proud of what a mature, well-rounded young man he's become. No! Which part of this decision is mature or well-rounded? Ugh! Do you understand the gravity of the situation? He's abandoning me, his own mother. He's tossing me in the garbage like I'm a piece of dirt on the bottom of his shoe. You mean he's opposing his own mother to defend his wife's honor? That's one of the most touching things I've ever heard. I think I'm finally seeing Vince in a different light. That's my grandson, attaboy. I know you put them both up to this, I just know. Stop this, stop it now, please. Good grief, Nellie. I didn't put anyone up to anything. Carly and Vince are fully grown adults and they can make their own decisions. All this old dear did was give her young grandson and his wife a teeny-weeny little bit of advice. That's all. You're the ones who decided to get rid of you, not me. You have to admire their bravery in making such a drastic decision. This is just cruel. How could you do this to me? You accuse me of bullying, but that's what you're doing to me right now. How is it that I'm somehow the one being painted as the bad guy here? Bullying? Ridiculous. Have I done anything directly to you? Just because you didn't do it directly doesn't mean I'm not a victim. You guys are all ganging up on me and it's not fair. Face facts. No one did anything to you, so drop the victim complex, you pitiful excuse of a human being. The reason neither of them want anything to do with you anymore is because of your horrendous attitude towards your son's wife. Not to mention the fact you put your hands on her. What more reason do they need? You've got some nerve to be playing the victim. This is the most egregious case of daughter-in-law bullying there ever was. Unlike you, Mildred, I only have one child. My husband's gone, and without my Vince, I'm going to be completely alone in the world. How can you do this to me? If my son was still around, he'd have divorced you a long, long time ago, I'm sure of it. He'd probably feel like he was being punished for something if he had to spend his retirement with someone as wicked and black-hearted as you. Even the thought of you being buried in the same plot as him someday makes me feel sick to my core. Maybe I should pay to have him exhumed and reburied somewhere you can never find him. But what about me? What am I supposed to do when I die? Oh, don't worry, I'd only be moving my son. You can have the grave all to yourself. What's wrong with being buried on your own, Nellie? You seem so hell-bent on alienating everyone in your life. I didn't think you'd have any issue with being a pariah in death, too. Stop it! You have no right to go making decisions like that without my permission. Hi, it's Carly. Granny Fletcher says she's tired of you, so she gave me the phone back. We're going to be staying with her tonight. We won't be coming back to the house ever again. What? What do you mean you're staying with Mildred? Where? She booked us all into the Peepston Hotel. I'm chilling on the super deluxe double bed as we speak. These rooms are incredible. I can't get any rest with you around. A pregnant woman staying at the Peepston? You have no right to luxuries like that. Get your ass back to my house right now. That's none of your business. We're strangers now. Where we spend the night has absolutely nothing to do with you. What? So you've already cut me out of your lives? No, I won't go along with it. I won't. Whether you go along with it or not makes no difference. We'll do as we please, thank you very much. Is this all because I poured a bucket of water over you while you were asleep? Geez, lighten up, woman. Pfft, please, as if. That's not why we want you out of our lives. Then what was it? Because I didn't take your morning sickness seriously? You can't actually be kicking me out of your lives over that. Not only that, but you went and turned my own mother-in-law against me. We just don't see eye to eye on a few things, that's all. Why make a mountain out of a molehill and create a big family drama? I can't take being with you a second longer, Nellie. You'll send me into an early grave from the never-ending stress and worry that inevitably comes along with having anything to do with you. I'm so tired. Even just messaging you like this is draining. That's why I want you out of my life with immediate effect. You can try and avoid me as much as you like. But we're family. You know we'll end up running into each other again sooner or later. Just because you three are sulking doesn't mean our relatives are suddenly going to stop holding family get-togethers. You don't need to worry about that. Granny Fletcher told me to tell you that you needn't bother showing up at family events from now on. You officially just got kicked out of your own family. You're a complete stranger to all of us now. How about you start making up for your bullying and try being nice to people for once in your life? You might never see any of us again, but there's nothing stopping you from turning over a new leaf. Shortly after severing all connections with my dreadful mother-in-law, who seemed to epitomize the concept of hell on earth, I joyously welcomed the arrival of a beautiful and robust baby boy into this world, bringing an abundance of happiness and contentment to my life. 6 months later, when little Jeremy was finally old enough to cope with traveling long distances, me and Vince started taking the arduous drive out to see Mildred every once in a while. She absolutely adores him, her affection knows no bounds, and she dotes on him more than anyone. As for my ex-mother-in-law, we haven't been anywhere near her since moving out of her house. We don't even see her at family get-togethers anymore because she's the only one who doesn't get invited. She's completely estranged from anyone after Mildred told the entire family what she did, advised them to stop associating with her, and forbade them from inviting her to family events under any circumstances. I heard through the grapevine that she can be found wandering around the neighborhood all on her own at night with a despair-stricken look on her face. Apparently, she aged about 10 years since we broke things off with her, and it was only a year ago. Somehow, even her neighbors found out about her bullying me, earning her the nickname of the Demon Hag locally. Word of her malevolent deeds spread like wildfire, captivating the attention of everyone in the town, leading to countless conversations and discussions revolving around her vile conduct. She's totally alone now. As the days turn into weeks and the weeks into months, her isolation intensifies. deepening the profound sense of loneliness that engulfs her very being, leaving her to navigate the vast expanse of solitude without a glimmer of hope for any meaningful human connection. I just hope I never run into her again.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
things worse. I put a lot of effort into making it exactly right for you.
Sorry about breakfast. The smell made me nauseous. Everything does lately. It's weird because I was doing so much better lately thanks to you.
This bout has been going on for a while, hasn't it? Don't you have that important meeting tomorrow? Think you'll be okay?
Well, I can't really take time off. I'll manage somehow.
Have you been drinking the herbal tea I prepared? You need to stay hydrated. Should I prepare something special for dinner? I've been reading about new healing herbs, and I found some interesting combinations. They're supposed to be very effective, so maybe I can mix them into your dinner.
Yes, I've been drinking the tea. Though honestly, it tastes different from usual. Kind of bitter. Almost metallic sometimes. Is that normal? The last batch made my stomach hurt, but I kept drinking it since you insisted.
That's because I added some extra herbs. They're really good for your immune system. I made something really nutritious for dinner tonight, so eat that and get straight to bed. Remember, health issues improve with better diet and lifestyle changes.
I know. You're always saying that. Your natural healing thing, right?
Exactly. You've been working too hard lately, you know. That's probably why you're feeling under the weather. The metallic taste is from the minerals, by the way. They're very good for cleansing. I learned about it in my research. Trust my judgment on this.
Yeah, I know. Though sometimes I wonder if regular medicine might help too. My coworker recommended his doctor because he said he had similar symptoms. Maybe I should get checked out just to be safe.
It's better to heal naturally than relying on medications. You don't need to go to the doctor. Trust me on this. I've done so much research on natural remedies. Modern medicine just masks symptoms. Your coworker doesn't understand. He doesn't know what's best for you. I do. Remember how sick you used to get before we met? My methods work so much better.
I've been feeling great since we got married, that's true. It's all thanks to you taking care of my health, and I do trust you.
Oh, it makes me so happy when you say that.
Though lately, things feel different. Maybe it's just stress. The nausea is getting worse, though. Even water makes me queasy now. It's never gotten this bad.
I know this bout is lasting longer than usual, and it must be tough, but it's still better than relying on medications. Let's get through this together. I'll make you an even stronger tea tomorrow, and I'll add some special ingredients to your lunch, too. You'll feel better in no time. Just leave everything to me. And don't listen to your coworkers. They don't understand our relationship or how special my remedies are. I have spent years perfecting them.
Thanks for everything. But if this keeps up, I might need to see a doctor. There's only so much I can take. Even walking is getting difficult. The room spins sometimes. I nearly fell in the shower this morning. That's never happened before.
I can't believe you're saying that. Absolutely not. If you go to the doctor behind my back, I'll divorce you. Why would you even suggest that? Don't you trust me anymore? After everything I've done for you? After all the care I put in my research for you? How could you?
Whoa, that's extreme. That's cruel even as a joke. Why are you so against doctors? This reaction isn't normal. You're kinda scaring me.
Then just stay healthy, please, for me. I just want what's best for you. Doctors will just pump you full of chemicals. My way is better and purer. It's more natural. Don't you want to be healthy?
I get it. Health comes first. Almost at my station, I'll head straight home. Though I really don't understand why you're so against medical help. No one else reacts this way about doctors. It's concerning.
Okay, I'll have dinner warmed up and waiting. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus on getting better naturally. Remember, I know what's best for your health. And I made your favorite soup with extra healing ingredients. You'll feel much better after eating it. Just trust me. as I can with your meals, but these things take time, you know. It's about healing from the inside out. The worse you feel, the more toxins are leaving your body, so that's actually a good sign. You should be grateful your body is cleansing itself. You just need rest.
I had to call in sick today. Feeling awful is one thing, but I'm also causing problems at work. That's why I'm thinking of going to the doctor, because I can't keep taking time off work.
I'll make you a stronger tea tonight with even more powerful herbs. Just trust the process.
My boss is getting concerned, and they need me for that project next week. I could barely read my computer screen, and I almost passed out in a meeting yesterday. Everyone noticed, and they keep asking if I'm okay. HR might get involved soon. I think I really need to make a doctor's appointment.
Wait, what have you been telling people at work? You shouldn't discuss our private matters. You already know that. Just tell them you're fine. I'll make you something stronger that'll fix everything. You don't need to go to the doctor. Natural healing has always worked before, right? So just give it more time. Why are you being so impatient?
It's clearly not working this time. That's why we're in this situation. Besides, seeing a doctor isn't that big a deal. Everyone goes to the doctor.
It is a big deal. Using medication is terrible for you. That's why your immune system gets compromised. It might help short term, but long term, you're the one who will suffer, Mike. Remember how sick you used to get before we met? My methods made you healthier. Why can't you just trust me?
I threw up blood this morning. That can't be normal. The pain is getting unbearable, and I can barely stand up straight.
The blood is just your body purging toxins. It's part of the healing process. I read about it online. It's very common with deep cleansing.
I get what you're saying, but taking some medicine won't change much. At this point, I just need to know what's wrong. My stomach feels like it's on fire. Everything hurts, and I can barely breathe. Please, just let me see a doctor.
Are you really planning to go? Natural healing is so much better, and I've proved it. You said you trusted me, remember? Is work more important than our relationship? Than my feelings? After everything I've done for you, all the special ingredients I've bought, all my research.
Of course, I'm grateful for everything so far. I've been healthy thanks to you managing my diet, and I'd appreciate it if you kept doing that. But this time feels different. Something isn't right. The pain keeps getting worse. I can barely type anymore, and my hands won't stop shaking. Please understand.
Then listen to me this time too. I know what's best for you. Have I ever steered you wrong before? Just drink the tea I made and make sure you drink every last drop. That's the only medicine you need. Don't question it. Just trust me like you promised.
Look, there's a limit to everything. When you're this sick for this long, it just makes sense to see a doctor. Natural healing isn't some miracle cure-all.
I told you before, if you go to the doctor, I'll divorce you. Is that what you want? To throw away our marriage and everything we've built together the past 5 years? Is this how you repay me after everything I've done for you?
Sarah, now's not the time for jokes. I feel too awful to deal with this, so stop threatening me. Why are you being like this? I just want help. Something is seriously wrong. Please try to understand.
I'm not joking. I mean every word. Don't test me on this. You promised to trust me. Remember our vows in sickness and in health? This is my way of caring for you. Why can't you see that? The doctors will ruin everything. They'll poison you with chemicals.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyways, I'm heading to the doctor now. My appointment's coming up. I can't take this pain anymore. I had to call someone to drive me there. I nearly passed out getting dressed. The room won't stop spinning and my vision's getting dark. I need help just walking.
Wait, you're really going? Cancel the appointment right now. I'm serious. Who's taking you there? Tell me you're joking. Don't do this to me. What about my feelings?
Relax, you're overreacting. Getting checked out will help us know what's wrong so you'll feel better too. I'll text you after I'm done at the doctor's. Talk to you later. And maybe then you can explain why you're so against this. It's not normal to threaten divorce over a doctor visit. It's really not that big of a deal, so calm down.
Don't you dare go in. You promised to trust me. What about all the progress we've made?
Want answers? What have you been feeding me?
This is Linda, Sarah's mother. She just passed away. I had to take her phone to let you know.
Huh? Linda? What's happening here? This doesn't make any sense. Sarah was just threatening me about going to the doctor. What do you mean she's...
I know this is sudden, Mike, and I'm sorry, but that's what's happened. Sarah is dead.
Come on, this is ridiculous. I was texting Sarah just 2 hours ago before going to the doctor. We were communicating fine then. That's you, Sarah, isn't it? Stop playing games. The doctor just showed me some very serious results from my blood tests. Stop trying to distract me. This is serious.
I understand if you don't want to believe it, but it's true. Sarah had an accident at her workplace, and then the ambulance couldn't get there in time. She was gone before they arrived. The doctors did everything they could. Please come quickly.
Then why wasn't I notified? If there was an accident at her workplace, they would have contacted me first. I'm her husband.
They said they tried calling the house, but no one answered. You were at the doctor's, right? That's why they contacted me. You need to come and meet me at Central Hospital right now.
Cut it out already. I know that's you, Sarah. This is obviously a lie. How stupid do you think I am? You're not even trying to make this believable. You're at work right now, Sarah. I just spoke to your supervisor and they said you're still there. Stop lying. What's the point of making up something so easily disproven? Are you trying to distract me from what the doctor found? From the poison in my system? This type of lie is crazy, even for you. Plus, there's no way Linda is at any hospital right now.
You're the one who needs to stop. Why won't you believe me?
If you're going to keep lying, I might as well tell you something. I went to the doctor with your mother today. In fact, she's right here with me. Your lie was pointless from the start. She's been worried about my condition, too. She's seen how sick I've been. She drove me here herself. Game over, Sarah.
Why are you with my mother? Nobody told me about this. When did you two start talking behind my back? How could you?
I was too sick to go to the doctor alone, so I called your mom for help. I can't believe you just faked your own death. That's actually insane. Anyway, are you finally ready to tell me what's really going on? The doctor's waiting, and so is your mother. We all want answers. What have you been feeding me?
Stop it. It was just a little joke. Don't you know that? Why are you being so serious?
Yeah, some joke. You seem desperate to make me believe it.
Well, if Mom's there, I guess there's no point. I was just worried about you. You didn't have to involve my mother. This was between us. How could you bring her into this? You've ruined everything.
What's in the special tea you keep giving me? The doctor found something really bad in my blood. Your mother is in shock.
You already know, Mike. I only cook healthy meals for you. I haven't been feeding you anything strange, just natural ingredients, herbs, and supplements.
Then I wouldn't be in this situation. The doctor just told me my illness is caused by what I've been eating. There's no way you don't know about this. Some of these substances aren't even legal. What have you been doing to me? The lab found industrial chemicals in my blood. Chemicals found in cleaning products. How do you explain that? Your mother is crying.
Don't you dare blame this on me. Everything I did was for your health. Those doctors don't understand natural medicine. They're just trying to turn you against me. They don't understand my methods or my research.
What are you even saying at this point? This is getting us nowhere. Your mother and I just got home, so you need to come home too. We need to talk about this face to face. We all need to discuss this. The doctor wants to involve the authorities, and your parents agree with them. They've seen the test results. The evidence is clear. Stop denying it.
No, I'm not coming home. Besides, didn't I tell you I'd divorce you if you went to the doctor? So why did you go? This is your fault. You broke your promise. You betrayed my trust. You should have just listened to me. If you did, none of this would have happened.
You can't seriously think that threat means anything in this situation? Stop with this nonsense. If you won't come home, then I'll be the one divorcing you. You understand that? Get home now. I'm waiting. Your parents are here too.
You can't force me to come home. I still need to finish my work.
We found your supplement collection. The doctor is looking at them right now. They're testing all your special ingredients. The truth is coming out and you can't avoid it anymore.
You went through my things? How could you? Those are expensive natural remedies. My special collection that took me years of research and hundreds of dollars. How dare you invade my privacy? You had no right.
Natural remedies don't put people in the hospital. The doctor said I could have died. Were you trying to kill me slowly while pretending to help? The lab found drain cleaner, bleach, metal polish. What kind of natural remedies are those? Your mother is devastated.
You're overreacting. I would never hurt you. Everything I did was for your health. The chemicals enhance the herbs. Makes them stronger and more effective. I read about it online and special forums. They know things doctors don't.
Then come home and explain to all of us. Your parents want answers too. Your father's about to call the police and your mother can't stop crying. Everyone wants to know why. What possessed you to do this? Why would you want to poison your own husband? What have I ever done to you?
I need time to think. Don't do anything rash. We can work this out, just the two of us. Keep my parents
been going on for months. My organs could have shut down. Do you understand how serious this is? They said it was systemic poisoning. Months of deliberate contamination. How could you do this?
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know it would affect you so badly. The internet said small amounts were safe. I was just experimenting. Testing different combinations to make you stronger and build immunity. I was just trying to help.
We're both adults here. You know sorry doesn't cut it. The police are already involved and, in case you're wondering, yes, we're getting divorced. Your parents agree.
I said I was sorry. It's not like I was seriously trying to do anything to you. I just wanted to help. The cleaning products were supposed to purify your system. That's what the forum said. They had testimonials and success stories. Other people's wives did it too, and they said their husbands got better. I was following instructions carefully to make sure it wasn't harmful.
Don't give me that. You kept doing it even when you saw how sick I was getting. If you weren't seriously trying to harm me, then you would have stopped. You watched me suffer and kept feeding me more. Your notes show everything. You documented my symptoms like some sick experiment.
It was because of all the stress. When you got really sick, I got carried away. I didn't mean any harm. My job was really getting to me. I needed some control, something to focus on, something to make me feel useful, important.
That's nothing but harm. And what stress? What did I ever do to you? I supported you through everything and trusted you completely. This is how you repay that, by poisoning me, documenting my suffering and writing down every symptom?
It wasn't about you. I was getting yelled at more at my part-time job, and the stress was building up. And I felt powerless at work. This made me feel in control again, like I mattered and what I was doing had purpose.
So you took it out on me? What if you were the one being poisoned? Try being in my shoes. I'm not your punching bag. The doctor says I'll need months of treatment. My liver is damaged, all because of you and your little experiments.
I really am sorry about that, but the stress was really getting to me. Besides, even though this happened, you never complained before, right? You were fine until now. It couldn't have been that bad. You still went to work and still functioned. The doses were calculated and carefully measured.
Yeah, the food tasted off sometimes, but every time I mentioned it, you said it was healthy. I trusted you. That's why I kept quiet even when things felt wrong, because you threatened divorce anytime I questioned it. You manipulated me. You isolated me and controlled everything I ate and drank.
See, everything was working out fine, but then you went to the doctor. We could have kept going. Everything was under control. I had a proper system with careful measurements and daily observations. It was working. You were getting stronger and more resilient.
This is the result of me trusting you, but you betrayed my trust. That's not something I can easily forgive. The police are coming this afternoon, and your parents will be there too. They've seen your notes and your research, the forums you visited and the things you bought. Everything.
But divorce and police involvement is going too far. Please reconsider. I promise I'll never do it again. We can go to counseling and I'll get help. I'll delete the forum accounts and throw away the supplements. We can start fresh, so please give me another chance. I can change.
You know how strongly you fought against me going to the doctor, right?
What about it?
You knew exactly what you were doing. The threats, the lies, everything. Faking your own death, the divorce threats, the manipulation, and the isolation. All to keep me from finding out what you were doing to me. You poisoned your own husband. That can get you in jail.
I was scared they'd find out. I didn't want to lose you. Is that so wrong? I loved you too much. I just wanted you to see how much I cared about you. I'll do anything to keep you happy.
That means you knew what you were doing was wrong. You knew exactly how this was affecting me, yet you never stopped. Who could trust your promises now? The doctor says I could have died if this continued for even another month, maybe less. That's all it would have taken. According to your own notes, you were increasing the doses.
Don't say that. I'll be in trouble if you go to the police. Don't you care what happens to me? I'm still your wife.
Exclusively. Still, I received substantial settlement money and separate divorce compensation. Her parents pushed her to accept full responsibility, which helped expedite the process. The settlement includes coverage of my ongoing medical treatments and therapy sessions. The doctors say my liver function is slowly improving, though it will take time. They found traces of various cleaning products and other harmful substances in my system, things that should never be ingested.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I can tell. He spent all morning explaining the most basic things, like I'm some kind of beginner. They should have checked my resume better. This is beneath my experience level.
Maybe they want to make sure you understand their specific processes.
Their processes are a joke. I've got way more work experience than him. First day, he couldn't even explain the filing system properly. Had to figure it out myself.
Did you ask questions?
Why should I have to? I've worked with dozens of filing systems, but this guy acts like I've never seen a computer before. You know what else? He's like a decade younger than me, probably fresh out of college or something.
Is this about the actual training or his age?
Both. Why would they put someone like that in charge of training me? Makes no sense at all.
Age has nothing to do with it. You're the new employee here.
What does being new have to do with anything? I have decades of experience. This kid probably still lived with his parents last year.
That's not relevant to whether he can train you.
It's totally relevant. He keeps treating me like I don't know anything. Yesterday, he tried to explain how to greet customers like I haven't worked in customer service before.
Maybe he's just following the training protocol.
Then the protocol is broken. No one with my background needs this basic training. I've done customer service since before he was born.
Every company has different standards.
Standards are standards. Customer service is customer service. Look, they should know better. I've worked in all kinds of different industries. Sales, customer service, management. This kid probably hasn't worked anywhere else.
Did you ask about his background?
Don't need to. I can just tell by how he talks. So condescending, like he's doing me some big favor.
How exactly is he condescending?
This is how we handle difficult customers. Make sure to maintain a professional tone. Like I'm some rookie who's never dealt with people before. Being taught how to answer the phone like I'm some rookie is just humiliating. He keeps correcting my tone with customers like I don't know how to talk to people.
Did something specific happen today?
Had a call with a client, handled it perfectly fine, but he had the nerve to give me feedback afterward. Said I needed to be more professional.
What exactly did he say?
That I shouldn't interrupt customers, that I need to let them finish speaking, like I don't know that already. He even took notes during my call. Who does he think he is?
Sounds like he's doing his job as a trainer.
His job should be teaching me real skills, not basic customer service 101. 20 years of experience and this kid is lecturing me. He even suggested I role-play customer scenarios. Can you believe that?
Actually, yes. It's standard training practice.
Not for someone at my level. I've handled thousands of customers in multiple industries.
Different companies have different standards.
Their standards are wrong. I know what I'm doing.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have quit your last job. The people there were actually nice.
Nice doesn't equal competent. They didn't appreciate my experience either. Always hovering over my shoulder, checking every little thing, always micromanaging everything I did.
They were trying to help you learn their system.
Their system was inefficient. I tried telling them that.
On your first week there, too?
Someone had to tell them. No one else had the courage to speak up. Everyone else just blindly followed their precious system.
Maybe because the system worked for them.
They were too afraid to improve things, too set in their ways. I tried to help them modernize.
By criticizing everything in your first week?
By offering valuable feedback based on my extensive experience, but they wouldn't listen.
Did you listen to them?
I didn't need to. I already knew what they were doing wrong. That's why I left.
That's why you quit without notice.
I made a strategic decision for my career growth.
Sounds more like you couldn't handle feedback.
I can handle feedback when it's valid, when it comes from someone qualified to give it.
Not someone younger than you?
Exactly! How can they possibly know more than me?
Maybe by actually learning and listening?
I don't need to learn the basics. I need advanced training, real opportunities for growth.
Then maybe start by showing you can handle the basics.
I'm way past that. They're just wasting my time. I could be training them.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have quit your last job. The people there were actually nice.
They didn't appreciate my experience either. Always watching me, checking in on me, like micromanaging everything I did.
They were trying to help you learn their system.
Like I said, their system was inefficient. I tried telling them that.
At least you lasted a week there.
Staying there wouldn't have helped my career growth. This was a strategic move to upgrade my skills.
What skills, exactly?
Better pay, better title, more responsibility.
That's not what I asked. What actual skills are you learning?
Customer service management, advanced sales techniques.
Isn't that what you said about the last job? And the one before that?
Every job teaches something new. You have to keep moving to grow.
You're not growing, you're just running around.
No, this time it's different.
You say that every time.
Because each move is strategic, more opportunities.
I told you before, no more quitting jobs without talking to me first. You need to discuss these things with me.
What's there to discuss? I know what I'm doing. Why do I need your permission?
Because we're a family? Emily just started college. Your constant job hopping affects all of us.
You don't understand business. Sometimes you have to make quick decisions.
Like quitting without having another job lined up?
Opportunities don't wait. You have to seize them.
What opportunities? Entry-level jobs with lower pay?
That's not job hopping, it's career advancement.
You've had 4 jobs this year. That's not advancement.
Each one taught me something, added to my skill set.
Added what exactly?
Different perspectives, industry knowledge.
And lower salaries.
Each one was a step up.
Was it? Your salary keeps going down.
That's temporary. You have to take steps back to move forward.
We can't afford any more steps back.
I'm thinking long term, building connections.
You're only burning bridges.
Those bridges weren't worth keeping.
Like your last supervisor? The one who offered to mentor you?
She didn't understand my potential. She wanted me to start from basics.
Maybe she saw something you needed to learn.
I don't need to learn basics. I need opportunities to lead.
Lead what? You never stay long enough to lead anything.
Soon, Emily won't need our financial support anymore. She's old enough to earn her own money.
She already has a job. You're the one who can't keep a steady job or save any money.
That's not fair. Each job had problems. I keep getting stuck with incompetent trainers. How am I supposed to advance like this?
Maybe if you stayed at one place long enough to actually learn the job. Remember that management position they offered you?
Which one?
At the department store, like 3 jobs ago.
That wasn't a real opportunity.
It was a promotion with benefits.
The hours were terrible.
They were regular retail hours.
They wanted me to work weekends.
Like every other manager there.
I had plans those weekends, networking events.
You mean those pyramid schemes?
They were professional development seminars.
They were a waste of money.
You don't understand networking.
I understand paying bills.
I deserve better than retail jobs.
You deserve what you earn.
My experience is worth more. I shouldn't have to prove myself.
That's exactly what you need to do.
I have experience.
Experience at what? Quitting?
I know how to do the job. Any job. I've been working longer than this trainer has been alive.
And every time you quit, it impacts our household budget. We're the ones who have to deal with the fallout.
Here we go again, always about money with you.
Because someone has to think about it. The electric bill is past due.
I'll pay it when I get paid.
Like last month, when you spent your whole paycheck on that networking seminar?
That was an investment.
In what?
My future.
Our present is what matters. We need to pay the bills.
You're too focused on the short term. I'm building something bigger.
You are destroying what we have.
You're not seeing the big picture.
I see unpaid bills. I see missed payments. I see your excuses.
There you go again with the money talk. You know I hate it when you nag me like this. I'm working hard for our future. I'm bringing home money and you're giving me attitude?
Emily and I both work too.
Don't talk back when you barely make anything.
That money you look down on is what you relied on when you quit. It's what paid bills last month and the month before, while you were finding yourself.
I was building connections, making contacts, creating opportunities.
We need stability.
We need opportunities.
We need you to keep a job.
I keep jobs that deserve me.
No job deserves your attitude.
No job appreciates my value, my experience, my potential.
It's time to show some responsibility. Emily is almost 20. We only have a little time left with her at home.
I am responsible. I'm planning for the future.
You're running from the present.
I'm creating opportunities.
You're creating chaos, and we're done enabling it.
What do you mean, little time left?
She's planning to move out after graduation.
She can commute from here.
She will be moving to the city for work.
What kind of work? She hasn't even finished school yet.
She's already lined up 3 interviews. Tech companies in downtown.
Which companies?
Major software firms. The kind that hire the best.
Those are just internships, not real jobs.
They pay more than what you're making now.
That's ridiculous. She doesn't need to move for internships.
They're not internships. They're full-time positions.
She's too young for that.
She's been preparing for years, while you weren't paying attention.
What's that supposed to mean?
She's been coding since high school, building her portfolio, networking with professionals.
Anyone can learn to code. It's not that special.
Really? Then why can't you do it?
I have real-world experience. That's worth more than coding.
The market disagrees.
That's not the point. There are plenty of jobs around here. No need to go to some crowded city.
The jobs here won't help her career. She wants to work in software development.
She can do that from anywhere. Everything's remote these days.
Not the training programs she wants, not the mentorship opportunities, not the career growth.
She's making a mistake. The city is too expensive.
She's done her research, unlike some people.
What's that supposed to mean?
She actually plans ahead, looks at the cost of living, calculates her budget.
She's too young to move out. She needs guidance.
She's been managing her own life for years.
That's different.
How?
She lives under our roof.
The roof I pay for.
She needs family support.
She has it. From me.
I'm her father.
Only when it's convenient.
That's not true.
Is it? When's the last time you asked about her projects?
She never tells me anything.
Because you never ask. Her mentors all recommended it.
What mentors? Where did she get mentors?
From her coding boot camp. The one you said was a waste of money. Remember?
When was this?
Last summer. When you were between jobs. Again.
Those boot camps are scams. Anyone can watch YouTube tutorials.
They helped her get these interviews.
They just wanted her money.
They taught her marketable skills.
She needs real work experience.
She has it from her internships, the ones you didn't approve of.
Those weren't real jobs.
They taught her skills, got her connections, opened doors.
To what? Sitting at a computer all day?
To a career with growth potential.
She has career goals, but she doesn't need to move to achieve them.
The city has opportunities, resources, and a tech community.
She has us here, though.
She needs more than us.
The city's too dangerous and expensive.
She's already saved enough.
From what?
Her tutoring, internships, and her side jobs.
Side jobs?
The website she builds, the apps she develops, the things you never ask about.
How long has this been going on?
Years. While you were job hopping.
I don't think that's a good idea. I'm still her father, and she should have asked me for advice.
Then start acting like it, support her decision, and encourage her growth.
By letting her move away?
By respecting her choices.
She's making a mistake.
Like you're qualified to judge mistakes.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look at your own choices first. If you really cared about her, you should support her dreams.
I do support her, just not this moving out nonsense.
When was the last time you actually supported anything she wanted? Her coding classes, her tutoring job, her college choice?
I just don't think the city is safe for her. I just disagree.
You do love her, right?
Of course she's my daughter. Why would you even ask that?
Because you fight everything she wants to do, like everything that could help her grow.
I'm just trying to protect her.
She's not asking for protection, she's asking for support. Her friends will be nearby, she'll be okay.
What friends?
Her classmates and friends from coding group. The people that you have never met.
Because she never introduced me.
Because you never showed interest.
I would have met them if she asked.
No, she stopped asking years ago.
We can support her from here. She doesn't need to move out. We have plenty of space here.
That's not the point. She needs independence.
Without her family?
Without your negativity, you're being controlling.
I'm being a father.
No, you're just afraid. Afraid she'll succeed where you failed. What have you actually done for her? You say she's important, but your actions don't show it.
I've done plenty for her. I took her camping when she was in elementary school.
That was forever ago.
Feels recent to me.
You haven't done anything with her since then. Not her graduation, not her college orientation, not even her birthday last month.
I was busy with work.
You mean looking for work? What about on her graduation day?
I had an interview.
So that was more important than her graduation?
It could have been a great opportunity.
You didn't even get the job. You missed graduation for nothing.
It wasn't nothing, it was an opportunity. She understands career priorities.
No, she understands you don't care.
Of course I care.
You need to prove that. Name one thing you've done this year for her.
I bought her the computer book
When?
last Christmas.
That was 2 years ago, and I bought it.
I meant to reimburse you.
Every bonus, every raise, gone in weeks.
I needed money for professional development.
She needed her father.
The seminars were important.
Her science fairs were important, her coding competitions, her honor society induction.
Those things wouldn't help her career.
And your seminars helped yours?
I was building connections.
She was building her future.
She didn't need tutoring or extra classes. You went behind my back and let her do it anyway, wasting money. I'm still mad about that.
Do you know what she won last month?
What?
The Regional Coding Championship.
Never heard of it.
Because you never ask, never show up, never care.
I do care.
When? Where? How?
I ask about her life.
When was the last time?
Last week.
What did you ask?
How school was going.
That's all?
What else is there?
Her projects, her internship applications, her research work?
Research work?
She's been working with professors on machine learning for 6 months.
Nobody told me.
You never asked, never read her messages, never checked her social media.
I don't do social media.
She posts about her achievements there, her awards and her presentations.
Why can't she just tell me?
Remember dinner last month?
Which dinner?
Exactly. She wanted to tell you about her scholarship.
She got a scholarship?
Full ride for next semester. Merit-based for her research.
That's good.
That's all you have to say?
What do you want me to say?
Show some enthusiasm, show some pride, show something.
I am proud.
You never acknowledge her achievements.
She doesn't need constant praise.
She needs a father who shows up, listens, and cares.
I do listen.
When?
At dinner sometimes.
When you're there.
I'm busy providing.
You're busy avoiding us.
That's not true.
Remember her robotics competition?
When was that?
Last spring, when you were networking?
I had important meetings.
She won the first place. She built everything herself.
She should have told me.
She sent you 3 messages. You never responded.
I meant to.
Like you meant to attend her graduation?
You keep bringing that up.
Because it hurt her.
She understood.
No, she gave up on you.
I do show up.
Name one event this year.
Her birthday dinner.
You were an hour late.
Traffic was bad.
It's always something. Always an excuse. Always a reason not to be there.
I wasn't trying to avoid anything.
You are always avoiding everything, even her successes, because they make you uncomfortable.
That's ridiculous.
Is it? She is achieving everything you couldn't, and you can't handle it.
That's not true.
She has a career path, goals, and plans.
I have those too.
No, you have excuses. She has results.
You must know I'm proud of her.
Then why can't you face her success? Why weren't you at her honors ceremony?
When was that?
Last week? When you were job hunting?
I had interviews.
Like every other achievement you've missed?
I'm doing my best.
Your best isn't enough at this point. She needed more. She deserved more.
I can do better.
It's too late. She stopped waiting for you. Stopped hoping you'll show up.
I can change.
She's done waiting, hoping and believing your promises.
I mean it this time.
Like you meant it last time and the time before, and every other time you've promised to do better? Do you even know how much she makes tutoring?
Can't be much, just part-time work.
Almost as much as you bring home. She makes $1,000 a month tutoring students.
That's impossible. She only works a few hours.
3 students twice a week. Advanced mathematics, computer science.
That's still just tutoring.
She's good at what she does. Parents pay well for quality tutoring. They're investing in their children.
Still, $1,000 a month is not enough to live on.
Not that different than your $1,200 a month.
Where did you get that number?
I do our taxes, remember? I handle all the finances.
You're keeping track?
Someone has to while you jump between jobs.
That's temporary until I get promoted.
Like at the last job and the one before that.
This time it's different.
You always say that, but nothing changes.
At least I'm working. Not everyone can have a cushy office job like you.
My cushy job pays our bills. All of them.
I contribute.
Do you know how much the mortgage is?
Around $1,000?
$2,400. Plus utilities, plus insurance.
That much?
Yes, that much. Have you ever even looked at the bills?
I've been busy.
For 20 years?
I trust you with that stuff.
You mean you avoided it?
I handle other things.
Like what?
I bought groceries last week.
Once. $47 worth.
Every bit helps.
Do you know how much groceries actually cost per month?
A few hundred?
Try $800.
That's impossible.
For 3 people with a college student?
We should budget better.
We? You mean me.
I help when I can.
Do you know how much I actually make?
Enough to get by.
I make over 3 times what you get.
That's not possible.
$4,500 a month, plus bonuses.
You never told me that.
You never asked. Too busy complaining about your jobs.
That's not fair.
Neither is letting me carry everything.
I would have helped more.
When? Between jobs? I've had 5 years at this salary after 3 promotions, while you switched jobs 12 times.
You're exaggerating. Why are you bringing this up now?
Because you need to understand, Emily and I aren't the problem here.
So you both think you're better than me because you make more money?
No, because we take responsibility. We don't quit when things get hard.
Do you know how hard I work?
At making excuses?
At building my career.
What career? Entry-level job after entry-level job.
Each one is a stepping stone.
To what?
I've been trying to better myself, looking for opportunities.
No, you've been running away. Every time there's a challenge or someone expects more from you.
That's not true.
Do you know her starting salary offers?
For her internships?
For her full-time positions after graduation.
How much?
$85,000, plus benefits, plus stock options.
That's more than I make in a year.
Because she's stuck with it. Because she didn't quit. She did the work.
Companies overpay for tech now.
They pay for value, skills, and commitment.
I have skills.
What skills?
I have experience.
At what exactly?
Different industries.
Different entry-level positions.
Each job teaches something.
Teaches what? How to quit? How to avoid responsibility? We have supported you through every job change, every fresh start, every new opportunity.
You're just trying to make me feel bad.
I'm trying to make you understand she is moving forward with her life while you're still starting over.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means she's already more stable than you at 19.
She's had advantages.
She's had determination.
She's had your support.
She's had drive. Something you could learn from.
I have drive.
Towards what? The next exit? The next excuse?
I'm building something.
You're running from something. From responsibility, growth, and reality. I'm done enabling this.
Enabling what?
This pattern, this cycle of quitting and starting over while we pick up the pieces.
So what are you saying?
I'm leaving, and Emily's coming with me.
You can't do that. You're not serious.
I have never been more serious.
You're just angry.
I am beyond angry, and I am done.
We can work this out.
Like we worked out your last job change? Your last broken promise?
You can't just decide this.
I've been deciding for months while you were networking.
Without telling me?
Like you talked with me about quitting or emptying our savings?
That was different.
How? How is it different?
Those were career decisions.
This is a life decision. For my life, for her life.
What about our marriage?
What marriage? You're never here.
I'm building our future.
You are destroying us.
What about our house, our life together?
What life together? You're never here anyway. When you are, you're complaining about work.
I'll get a better job. I'll find something stable.
Like last time and the time before?
Where would you even go?
I already have a plan.
I'll do better. I'll stay at this job.
You've said that before. Remember last Christmas?
That was different.
How?
They were taking advantage of me.
They asked you to work overtime, like everyone else.
The hours were unreasonable.
They were normal retail hours during the holiday season.
They didn't respect my experience.
Give me a break.
I'll prove it to you. Just give me a chance.
I've given you 20 years of chances. Her whole life.
We can fix this.
There's nothing left to fix.
How about counseling?
We tried that already. And you stopped going after just 2 sessions.
The counselor was biased.
Or the counselor was right.
We can try again.
I'm done trying, waiting, and hoping.
But she needs both parents.
No, she needs stability. She needs support. She has me, the one reliable parent.
I can change.
It's too late. I've already found an apartment for us.
When were you planning to tell me?
I'm telling you now.
After everything's decided?
Just like how you decide things.
How long have you been planning this?
Since your last job when you quit without notice.
Behind my back?
Because you never listen, never support, never change.
You can't take my daughter.
She's 19. She makes her own decisions.
She'll want to stay with me.
She's already packed her things to go with me.
When? Without telling me?
She tried. You were too busy complaining about your new job.
You turned her against me!
No, you did that yourself. With every missed event, every broken promise, every time you put yourself first.
That's not fair!
Neither was missing her graduation, or her first day of college, or every parent-teacher conference.
I was working!
We are.
I'll fight this!
Fight what? She's an adult. She chooses where she lives. We already moved out some of our stuff, while you were at another seminar.
You could have told me!
Like you told us about anything?
This isn't right!
Neither was anything you did. You had chances, 20 years of chances. We're done giving them.
What about her wedding? Her future?
What about it?
She'll need me there!
Will she?
Of course she will! I'm her father!
Like she needed you at her birthday, her graduation, her college orientation?
That's different!
How? How is it different?
Those were just events!
No, those were her moments. Moments you missed. Moments that you'll never get back.
I want to make it right!
Start by signing the papers.
What papers?
The ones my lawyer is sending tomorrow.
You already have a lawyer?
For 3 months now.
This is moving too fast!
Like your job changes?
That's not the same!
It's exactly the same. Quick decisions that affect everyone.
We should discuss this. I still want to be part of her future.
Start by acknowledging her, then.
What can I do to make it up? You can keep the savings account we have.
Like the one for Emily's wedding?
There's one for her wedding?
I've been saving for years for her future.
How much?
Enough for a nice wedding.
Why didn't you tell me?
Would you have contributed?
How long have you been saving?
Since her first day of high school. $200 every month from my salary.
That's a lot of money.
That's called planning ahead, something you never learned.
You should have told me.
Like you told me about quitting jobs.
I could have contributed if I knew.
But you didn't contribute to our savings account in the first place. And instead, you spent our emergency fund.
Let me help for her future.
With what money? Your part-time salary?
I'll get a better job.
Like the last 10 better jobs?
This time is different.
Nothing's different. Nothing's going to change.
I can help with the wedding fund. I remember all the good times.
Name one from the past year.
I bought her the laptop.
No, I bought it with my bonus. You said it was too expensive.
How much is in the wedding fund anyway?
$15,000.
That's more than I make in a year.
I know.
I want to be part of her life still.
Then start acting like it. Start being her father, not just in name.
I want to try.
Do you even know how to be one?
We went to dinner for her birthday.
And you showed up an hour late, then spent the whole time complaining about your job.
I had a rough day.
She had a rough year without her father.
Let me help with the wedding fund. I can help manage it. I want to do right by her.
Start by staying away from her then, until you're ready to actually be a father.
I am her father.
Then act like it, for once in her life.
I want to help her in any way I can.
You need to show up for her.
I'll do better. The money should help with her wedding. That's good.
If you don't touch it...
I won't.
Like you didn't touch our savings?
This is different!
Prove it.
I want to make things right!
Then let her have some space. Let her plan her future without your negativity.
Without her father?
Without your drama, without your excuses, without your disappointments.
I'll change.
The papers will arrive tomorrow. Sign them. Let us all move on. The divorce negotiations with my husband took considerable time. However, since he couldn't afford rent on his salary alone, we reached a settlement where I covered the moving costs. I really regret marrying such a pitiful man, though in the end, he did ask that his portion of the settlement be set aside for Emily's future wedding. Maybe his last attempt at closure. While I had some mixed feelings about this since most of our savings came from my salary, I was slightly relieved to see he still had some thoughts for our daughter. But feelings mean nothing without actions to back them up. Despite claiming to care about Emily, his behavior never showed it. I'm not stopping her from seeing him, but she's completely lost respect for him, so rebuilding that trust will be extremely difficult. It's arrogant to assume that being a father, daughter, or family means unconditional love regardless of actions. While I no longer have any affection for my ex-husband, I do hope he'll try harder as Emily's father. I'm not expecting much, but if he truly cares about her, maybe this time he'll actually put in the effort.